WTF Nation Radio. WTF Nation Radio.
Is that actually a picture of the Antichrist crying? I like it. It's tasty.
This is a public service announcement from C.T. Fletcher. I will not contribute to the pussification of a nation. Get your punk ass out there and work for it, motherfucker.
Let's roll.
Morning, Sergeant Major.
How do you know what kind of goddamn day it is?
Beautiful morning, Sergeant Major.
Are you a fucking weatherman now?
You're listening to Sergeant's Time on WTF Nation Radio.
Motherfuckers! What's going on, guys? Welcome to this 12 April 2018 edition of Sergeant's Time, broadcasting live from the Functional Vendor Center of Excellence. Spitting out all that knowledge to you Sarns faster than David Hogg on his bicycle. Anyways, just want to wish everybody a happy Friday Eve, because this is the freaking weekend coming up. It has been a crazy fucking week. So we got some news coming out of Fort Bragg. Fort Bragg, I guess, had a mass... I guess they had one of their buildings evacuated. One of the headquarters buildings there in Fort Bragg had one of them shits. I guess there was the somebody had some stuff and something going on, and they evacuated the building, and they deemed the building all clear, and then that was it. That was good to go. So I don't know which building it was. I think it was probably like I don't know, maybe what I don't know. I think FORSCOM's there, and then U.S. Army Reserve Command's there. So anyways, well, glad nothing came out of the center of the universe, of the Army universe, that is. All is good on Fort Bragg. And this broke just a little bit after 3:30 Eastern Standard Time. So everyone's good to go. Hello, everybody. What's up, Kate? Oh, what's up from Idaho? Damn, hi, Dave from Idaho. Dave from Idaho. What's going on, Dale, Casey, Pitt, Spanky, John, everybody? Hey, what's up? So, anyways, there was no threat found, and soldiers and civilians at Fort Bragg's Marshall Hall, it was Army Forces Command is what it was like 2 hours, and it was an unspecified threat. Officials and police and fire swept each floor of the building in search of anything out of the ordinary. Reports are that they found warrant officers actually working. So aside from that, soldiers were not at risk, and civilians were not at risk to return back to work. Marshall Hall is one of the biggest buildings on Fort Bragg. I guess Fort Bragg's getting some new skyscrapers there, and it's the home of U.S. Army Forces Command and U.S. Army Reserve Command. Building houses approximately 900 employees. Damn, I didn't know that. Between the two commands, both including uniformed and civilian. So they evacuated the building, and that was it. I guess do they? I don't know. Do they have Marne time or whatever time there on Fort Bragg where they get off at 15? I think they have division time or something like that. Commander's time or whatever, where they kind of hang out and they leave. I know Fort Hood back in the day, every Thursday, 1500, you're done. That was ages ago, back when General Funk's dad was the commander of Fort Hood when he was when I was stationed there. Yeah, I'm just dating myself a little bit.
It's called Phantom Time.
It's Phantom. Oh,
it's Phantom Time.
Phantom Time in the hood. Welcome to Phantom Time. So I'm glad everything's good to go. Fort Bragg. This I guess broke earlier in the day. And I'm glad you guys are good to go. I don't need an extra drama for your mama aside from dudes pointing weapons at fucking trannies and making them do stuff for them. That's another thing too that happened in the news. Interesting time for the Army. A lot of stuff happening. There was the TRADOC conference, the Sergeant Majors of the Army's conference. Of course, we'll be giving you all the details on that. So there's a lot of, again, if you guys aren't familiar with Sergeant's Time, it's primarily a. Oh wow, Dale. Well, you were just shit. I just left there then. Yep, exactly. General Schwartz. Just Schwartz. So if you guys don't know, this is all directed to active duty community. This is all Sergeant's Time stuff, just like Sergeant's Time. So you're gonna get all Army news, all reserve, active duty, and of course, I might end up going off the rails a little bit. I know I've been known to do that. So real quick, the Army identifies the 2 soldiers that were killed in a helicopter crash in Fort Campbell. 2 pilots flying the Apache. One was an instructor pilot, and the other one was a warrant officer 1, killed during a training flight. And they identified 37-year-old Chief Warrant Officer Ryan Connolly and 28-year-old Warrant Officer James Casadona. So shouts out to you guys. Know that before everyone starts going off on the damn tangent of this has to do with our readiness. This has to. Oh no, I'm not saying I'm not salty, Dale. I'm just saying that we might end up going into some other subjects. Everyone likes to blame the government for whatever, for ordering parts. Oh, we don't have enough parts. Kind of true, kind of whatever, but I think the Army's pushing itself so much. I don't think that we have commanders out there that believe in no white space on a calendar. What that means is that a white space in the staff weenie world means when a commander looks at the calendar and doesn't like the fact that there's no training going on. And so what he'll do is he'll direct his units, usually at the brigade level, sometimes the brigade level too. Actually, no, a lot at the brigade level. We'll look down at their units and I'm like, well, how come you don't have this training set up for this day or this? Meanwhile, not knowing fully of all their units and their specific missions that they have going on, will end up dogpiling a bunch of shit it's been directed by brigade, and then it comes down to the units, and that's why shit happens. So, anyways, I'm not blaming anything. Hey, we train hard. We train as we fight. So if we're rocking and rolling, shooting fucking. Oh, thank you for the salt, Spanky. If we're rocking and rolling and we're shooting, blowing shit up, we're doing it because in case anybody has forgotten what the role of the U.S. Army is, we shoot and blow shit up. So if before anybody gets this thing to where it's all about tuition assistance and it's all about going to college, no, it's not. If you've forgotten what the mission of the Army was when you raised your right hand to defend this nation against enemies foreign and domestic, that meant that you are going to kill people. Death is imminent, or actually possible in the event that you deploy. So anyway, I shouldn't say imminent. Well, death is imminent anyways because you're gonna get all old and die. But anyways, yeah. So everyone, of course, the Pentagon is saying that the rash of fatal aviation accidents have not been it's not been a crisis at all. So if you have at anything a recent rash of aviation accidents, is that it's a crisis, the Pentagon saying. Now you got to remember, some of these aircraft are being pushed to the limits. Now, I don't know, and we have to wait until in aviation speak they have what they call a collateral investigation. Well, they want to know, there's the safety investigation, the collateral investigation. Want to know exactly what happened. What were the turn of events or the sequence of events that led up to the accidents that have happened? So there was also a Thunderbird jet that crashed. There was also four Marines killed in a helicopter crash. There was a pilot who ejected from a Harrier flying around Djibouti, and was in stable but serious condition when he ejected. So everyone likes to go, oh well, this is this. Now I will say this is that the Marines, they got a lot of hand-me-downs. I really feel sorry for the Marine Corps' method of procurement, I guess you would say. I am kind of hating, though, that they got the M27, which is the military version of the Heckler & Koch 416 rifle. That's a badass rifle. So, but yeah, it sucks. And then before that, In March, there was the HH-60 Pavehawk helicopter, and then the Key West crash on March 14th with the F-18. Dude, man. Everyone, I'm going to tell you right now, if I do something and I am killed in the process of doing it, I want you guys to know that if I'm doing, when I was doing Army training and, doing all my crazy shit, this is what I wanted to do, and I understood the risks. Everyone understands the risks when they do this. So all of them do. So, so again, freaking shouts out to these guys. No one, everyone, it's funny now. It used to be kind of sacred when we didn't talk about shit like this, but now everything's political. Everything is fucking political. Especially when it comes to, how we do this stuff. So, speaking of politics. I don't even know if I want to, I don't know if I want to set this gasoline next to this fire, but I'll say it. Fuck it. 12 more female soldiers have graduated from Ranger School. Now. Crickets. Exactly. It should be crickets. It should be no difference than a male or a female graduating Ranger School now. Doesn't matter. I'm not going to talk shit about fucking Ranger School. I'm not going to fucking talk shit about whatever. But unless you've gone to those types of selection or hardcore training and you've not been through it and like to talk shit about females going, shut the fuck up. You should not be talking or being, how can I say? I guess you could say, not really sexist, but you just need to let some of them shits die. We beat this fucking dead horse before. So, the Army Chief of Staff came out and said that, he's praising the achievements. God, man. I've been like fucking, I've been really not talking at all today. I've been kind of like quiet and kind of like been on my fucking, just keeping to myself. 10 women graduated, of course. Now everyone's all, freaking out now because women are not, women are now graduating through Ranger School. Okay, got it. Now, this was the whole point. This was the whole point. The whole point was, in one of, there was a female soldier. I can't remember who she was. I think she was the first female Apache pilot or something like that. Said, it sucks being the first of whatever. It shouldn't fucking matter. It shouldn't fucking matter due to the fact that that's the whole reason why they just wanted to do it. They didn't want to, oh shit. WTF Nation Radio, you're on the air. WTF Nation Radio, you're on the air. Okay. You got the wrong number. I guess you didn't want to talk. It shouldn't matter. It doesn't matter. I mean, again, I really don't fucking care. I really don't care. If I'm rocking and rolling and I'm busting caps and there's rockets flying, explosions happening and shit's happening, return fire is running and fucking rocking and fucking rolling and just getting it done. And then and it's a fucking female rocking a 50 cal? Who cares? Should it matter? It shouldn't matter at all. I mean, if anything else. Everyone's like, oh, these guys are distractors. So, anyways, out of this, I should just say, don't be talking shit about the women going through the course when only 40% of the men complete the course. Anyways. 40%. So 40% of the course is completed, successfully complete the course. So that means there's so many fucking drops. So, and about 25% of those Ranger School students that graduate without having to repeat the last one or at least one phase of the course. So it didn't matter. And now women are in every place. Now everyone should shut the fuck up. There should be no more advocacy, or there should be at least no more drama because everybody knew it was going to happen. Just like when Don't Ask, Don't Tell was repealed, everyone was expecting this fucking big crazy ass shit and, dumpsters on fire like on Fort Bragg and Fort Drum, but nothing fucking happened. Nothing. Everyone was like, oh, okay, then what? When it happened, I was at work and all the individuals that we knew were gay didn't come out and go, hi, fabulous. None of that happened. That's really all that happened. Was Don't Ask, Don't Tell was repealed. Fall in. Receive the report. And that was it. There was no There was no rainbow flags flying at me. There was no sparkles going around. There was not glitter queens were not flying at me. No space unicorns or nothing. It was fall in, RSC the report. All right, platoon sergeants take charge, conduct PT. See ya. Go take off, run, let's go. That was it. I'm running with 1st platoon today. Didn't fucking care. So the same thing should go with this. Now currently the Army is now fielding more women within these special units. I shouldn't say special because they've always been there. So I guess you could say infantry, armor. Yeah, armor. Women are armor. They're in the armor now. So they're now 600 women in infantry and armor jobs. Female officers completed the training standards for infantry and armor were sent to Fort Bragg and Fort Hood. Notice they didn't go to Fort Campbell because there's already women there. Sorry. I'm anti-Campbell. Sorry, in case you guys hadn't known. And Fort Carson, too. You're not laughing, Spanky? That was a funny joke. Come on, you don't think...
Oh, I'm so sorry. Yes, I'm so anti-Campbell myself.
Exactly.
Lack of drive-through taquerias on top of it.
You ain't lying. Exactly that.
Which, by the way, is not a reason for Branch to reassign you. I tried that. They told me to go fuck myself. Like, literally.
What? To go to what?
Like, no, seriously emailed my branch manager when I got there. I'm like, can I please go back to Hood? There are no drive-through taquerias here. He told me to go fuck myself. No,
Really?
That's not a good enough reason. They're so mean to me.
See, that's so
mean.
That's some bullshit. I mean, that's straight up bullshit. I mean, because Campbell is Campbell. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, not the fact that I was double slotted and, about to retire, and they could have saved a whole bunch of money by letting me go to Hood instead of Campbell. Those were all, good reasons. So I thought I'd throw in the drive-through taqueria, lack of it, but that was still go fuck yourself.
Well, I mean, I think I've had like events interrupt my assignments. Because being stationed out west, eventually they say if you're stationed out west in the Army, you will eventually move east. And so many times the Army tried to put me at Campbell. And knowing what I know of people that came from Fort Campbell, no offense, Fort Campbell, but reason why I didn't go to Fort Campbell. You know what I mean?
I do. I was on assignment there 3 times.
That's what I'm saying. Same thing. I always had Army stuff. I always interrupted the Army to send me to Campbell's. You know what I mean? So there would be like a re-enlistment, or there'd be a stop loss. Dale, he thought all women were double slotted. Yeah. I get the joke. Actually, they're not. It's not really double slotted. Actually, if they're double slotted, they might have had surgery. They might not be a woman. Oh man. Someone's gonna be WTF Nation Radio. You're on the air.
There, Saul talking shit about Fort Campbell Ice.
What's up, dude? I mean, come on. Really? It's Fort Campbell.
All I know is I get home from my run and I hear you giving shit about Fort Campbell. Leave my Battle of the Bulge winners alone.
Okay, I'll give them that. Battle of the Bulge winners. I'll give you that. And I'll give you Normandy. I'll give you Normandy. So. What?
Give Normandy. Roger that, Ice.
All right. Is that all you did? You wanted to call and give me shit for that?
I just wanted to call and give you shit. Talk to you later, boss.
All right, later, man. That was KJ. Give me shit. Yeah, but what was wrong with Knox? I like fucking Knox too. See, everyone's like, we want to see women try to break track. I mean, come on, dude. Come on, man. Don't even go there. Don't even go there, because not all I have seen. Come on, man. You remember I told you I was stationed in the 1st Armor Division. Not just one dude was breaking track. Oh, see, you break track. No. No. I saw all those little fuckers grabbing the breaker bar and fucking just pushing and pulling and all that. I want to hear it. It said bulge. So it doesn't matter. It really does not matter. But like going back to what I was saying, I never had anything that happened to me when it came to Campbell. Congratulations, because you back in the day you got a Persgram, which was like a carbon copy. It was almost like a ticket.
Oh yeah.
Remember the
with
Persgram?
the ditto paper smell to it.
Yeah. Exactly. And it's because it smelled like ass, and it got the carbon on your fingers, and you ripped it on the side, and it was like authenticating fucking nuclear weapons and shit. You're like, you ripped the paper open and broke the cookie, and you look at it and you go, oh, you've been, and you try to decipher the persgram, perscom hieroglyphics because the typing never lined up with the line, so you had to know if it was HQDA or BQDA or something like that. You know what I mean? Because it was the line would be off and shit. And
oh, I know.
And so it says, I would go to my platoon sergeant and I go, hey, Sergeant, it says BQDA says you bastastamist. No, asshole. Private, it means you are on assignment for HQDA says you're on assignment for Fort Campbell, Kentucky. Oh, can I re-enlist for Germany? You want to go to Germany? Oh, you got to go to the field in Germany. This was back in the day when the wall fucking fell and shit and most of their stuff. So everyone was freaking out about Russia fucking just taking over everything. So, yeah, anyways. So, yeah, I've always avoided Campbell. And then when I got to Germany, because of things that were happening there, you just got extended. You just got fucking extended when it came to fucking... And then every time, you're going to Campbell, you're going to Campbell, you're going to Campbell. I'm like, fuck. Now, are there times that I think that I said, maybe I should have gone to Campbell? Yeah. But that came out of my fucking head for, I don't know, 10 seconds or something like that. I'm just, you know what I mean? Just one of those things that you're just not, it didn't grab you. You know what I mean? Just,
No. And that's why I finally, just decided that last time. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to stop bitching. I'm just going to go. It was literally my 4th time over my career. And I had never been to another stateside duty assignment besides Hood. I knew it'd be my last duty assignment. I'm like, I'm just going to go. And I regret every minute of it. No, let me take that back. I did get to see some pretty cool stuff in that area I had never seen before. So, yeah, there was that.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Other than that,
yeah, exactly. Now, don't get me wrong. The unit, the 101st that I have seen while deployed, and that's when you said, I'm glad I didn't go to Campbell. Just the way things are, I guess. I don't know. Anyways, I'm not going to sit here and trash the 101st. Because of the 101st, they don't need to trash themselves. Yeah, I guess I'm trashing them. I love watching guys go nuts when you talk about Campbell and you talk about the 101st. Oh my god, dude, that's worse than the Stolen Valor guys. You know what I mean? That want to go fucking chase you down for wearing a fucking shirt that's got a "Did you serve?" and you don't look like you know what I mean. You got those guys that want to try to corner you and shit. When Stolen Valor gets stupid, you know what I mean. Meaning that I am really have in the army, and some guy walks up to me because he saw that I had a fucking, I don't know, he had like a patch or something like that in my pocket. Something that because when you're you got fucking uniform shit mixed in with your civilian clothes sometimes, and you'll see a patch will fall out, or you got something that hangs out. You're like, some guy will go, hey, especially in the airport. You're Stolen Valor. What are you talking about? See that fucking thing? Oh, gotcha. Okay, there we go. But, anyways, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah. So I don't want to besmirch that post. I mean, I'm sure Fort Campbell. I got friends that are stationed there, and they like it. They don't mind it at all. So, yeah. So there you go. So anyways, going back to what I was saying. What we're talking about originally was the fact that the women that are serving in the armor, infantry, and field artillery will be going to Fort Knox and going to Fort Bragg and Fort Hood. And then later we'll be going to Fort Campbell. Which again, it should be it's not a big deal for me. Good on you. Awesome that you got the tab. That's good shit. Not everybody gets it. Not everyone gets an opportunity to go to it. And if you do get an opportunity to go to Ranger School, go. Guarantee it. You'll go. You'll be, I'm too old for that shit. Don't get me wrong. I'd like to go, but I'm too old. And yeah, too old. There will be no promotion points for me if I had to go to Ranger School. Let's put it that way. I have to balance the dying of a heart attack on a patrol, or yeah. So I really don't want to do that. So, anyways,
I know. I agree. Like if it would have happened when I was a lot younger, well, first of all, still in, but a lot younger when I was in a lot better shape, I'd probably do it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, no, I'm not. Like I said, I'm not real. Everyone's like, oh, there you go, good. And I'm not hitting on women. Nope, not hitting on women. Not any of that shit. Just stating the pure fact that, I just, it's it. Don't want to go. Don't want to go. Done. Nor shouldn't. You shouldn't force me. You shouldn't force me to go because I know like some leaders do anyways. They force their kids to go. But anywho, yeah. So that's it. Hey, fuck that. Hey, let's talk about this fucking. Are we supposed to be going to war soon? Are we supposed to be like launching some tomahawks? Are we supposed to, I don't know. There was like some threats and shit. D. Treasy's going off. He's saying that he's gonna, make everybody pay. Russia is jamming our drones, flying into. So I mean, I'm just wondering, is something supposed to happen? Yeah, I'm just kind of wondering. No, I'm not a hood. However, later, that will be revealed later on this year. Yeah, a lot will be, a lot of shit happening this year in WTF Nation Radio. Anyways, yeah, supposedly, okay, so we all know what happened last weekend. Bashar al-Assad, or it was been perceived as Bashar al-Assad, gassed his own people with, and every time I see those fucking, do you see those? Do you watch? I mean, come on, Spanky, I know you're Seaburn, so I know that you have, I wouldn't say morbid curiosity, but you want to know. You always hear about what happens when an attack happens, or this happens, right? So, did you see some of the video of this last attack?
Actually, no. I'm the one that doesn't have that curiosity, just because ever since, like, when I went to school and the ones that they made us watch, if I can avoid it, I'm not going to watch it.
Yeah.
That's just me personally. Because, like I said, the stuff that they made us watch in school, I have no desire to ever see that. But with that being said, I know that, the equipment that we have works, and I think that's like the biggest deterrent is why that, since then we've never been attacked with that stuff again. That's my personal belief in it. It works. I mean, yeah, it's not going to work if we get like, with a nuclear attack. That's probably why, think about all the Seaburn training you ever had. We never trained for those. Oh yeah, what are you going to do? Lay down and put your head towards a blast? Yeah, that's like the extent of the 10-level task, because yeah, you're pretty much fucked.
Yeah,
but
yeah, it's almost like it's almost like
attack. The stuff works.
Yeah. No, my point being is but my point being though is that you're right. It's kind of funny how the Army used to say that in the event of a nuclear attack, turn and face the blast and lay down with your head facing the blast, and you're thinking, huh? I remember that. Lay down with your heels down, and then with your mouth open, put your fingers in your ears and face the bright light, lay down, and then wait for the blast to go over you, and then lay down until you feel the shockwave pass over you again, because it is sucking up debris, probably sucking up you, within the mushroom cloud. And I always thought...
Yeah, you're debris.
Yeah, I'm about to say, duck and cover, Dave. You're the debris. You're the one that's going to be like, holy fuck. You're going to get sucked into a cloud that has so much radiation that's creating its own lightning bolts and shit, and it's fucking hotter than the goddamn sun. And they want you to duck and cover. They want you to lay down. And then, but you're right. I did see the videos. I watched anytime there's something like that, because I want to know. I want to know, because you want to be informed, and you want to see when someone is trying to make out like the bad guy. Like we don't have not like in World War II where we had posters of Japanese soldiers and German soldiers that looked barbaric. They looked like they were cartoony. They looked like they were caricatures, and they did not look like they were human. So we dehumanized them. You had the poster of a German soldier, and he had his fucking his Darth Vader helmet, and he was the Hun will find you, and he was portrayed like a werewolf, and then the Japanese was viewed as inferior with the big goggle eyes and the big buck teeth, and you know what I mean? So that's the way they dehumanize that shit. They dehumanize. Well, now you can see in full high definition 1080p a beheading. You could see the same resolution, the same quality, a gas attack. This last one, the first one was kind of like, well, whatever. This last one was like recently, like they showed up on scene as it was finishing up, and you're like, holy fuck! I just, like I said, I just saw kids, my kids' age, going through the fucking thralls of fucking seizures and convulsions of whatever they were going and suffering, all that. So again, are we going to? And I'm not going to talk about fucking politics. I'm not going to no. We're the superhero, right? We're Superman. That's why we got a big S in our. Like I said before, we got an S in our fucking chest. People are looking to us, even though they hate us, to help them.
Right, and definitely, of course, I read about it. I did avoid watching it, and that was actually, when I was actually in a Seaburn unit, that was, part of. I was in a decon platoon, and that would have been our job, is to clean them up if we can, and our mission there was desurf, and it would, if we were attacked in the U.S. and even just playing along, I'm thinking, like, how many people could we get through that line at once? And in all honesty, it's not very many if they are, not able to walk through themselves. It's, and that's the part that crosses my mind. Like, depending on, I'm, thinking, like, how many people do we have? Like, I'm trying to think, or like, I don't even know like numbers now, because, I've been out like over a year now. It's like, how many decon platoons do we really have?
Well, how many decon platoons that actually know what they're fucking doing, because they're not. Exactly. You just did it. See, you just said it right there. You're like, huh.
I'm thinking, I know, like, we were certified because that was our mission, but how many is that actually their day-to-day mission, not, picking up, trash on this side of post or this, that, or whatever. That was our mission, and we trained on it all the time.
But you're not
focusing. I spent more time away from my kid when I was in that unit than I did when I was actually deployed.
I was about to say but the thing was that you weren't even doing your work.
Right. It was just training for it, just in case.
Yeah. So everyone else here is fucking saying, straight up that you need to decon. Well, I'm sorry, at that point you have to go to the decon site. Watching that video was pretty fucked up. I'm not gonna post it. Y'all can just Google it. Watching that video is fucked up. It don't matter. It don't matter who did it. Just the fact that chemical weapons are no fucking joke, and you're a fucking coward for using them. And the thing is that because we don't know who's fucking involved, we don't know who set them off, because everyone's saying it's Bashar al-Assad. Assad's not saying this. Russia's not saying it. Do you think that we might be wrong in this? That Assad did this? You think that all the stuff that, because the only person that's saying that it's fucking been Assad is France. Has anybody else come back with conclusive proof that this was done by Assad? Now, his ass should have been, I'm not defending him, I'm just saying his ass should have been taken out a long time ago, but there were so many confusing parties in that fight now. It's hard to decide, it's hard to say who the fuck could be responsible for that. Fox News said that. No, I'm talking about who's got proof. I'm not talking about. No, Fox News is not by all means the proof that you need to find out if someone's been using chemical weapon. You're gonna need some more source. We kind of triple source and that stuff like that. We just say, well, Fox News said it, because Fox News has been known to fuck things up too. I'm just saying. But that's just me. Anyways, I don't know. What was the method of delivery? It would appear to have been dropped by helicopters and dropped by I don't know how they do it with canisters. I know. I will say this. the bad guys have gotten pretty fucking innovative with their prison-style ingenuity. Have you seen? These guys have been able to get fucking drones to drop little mortars now. They've been able to get drones to be little suicide thingies now. Like I said, this is straight prison ingenuity. That I don't understand why wouldn't we fucking offer some of these guys, hey, turn yourself in and we'll fucking, we'll make you in charge of the counter, fucking whatever, you know what I mean, or something like that, or do something. Unleash the beast, extra hot sauce. So yeah, I'm just kind of like fucking. What I don't get is how could you sit there and say, no, David, not necessarily true. When CNN and Fox News are on the same page, things. Here's my thing. How can you have? Look, I don't even want to fucking say look at Congress. I was gonna say look at Congress, but those motherfuckers can't even figure out how to use the internet. We're gonna talk about that later too in a minute on the second hour about the testimony that Zuckerberg did. But you can't. Without having somebody on the fucking ground. Now we do have forces in the area that I know for a fact could pop, or we probably may know something. Again, the president has just been briefed by the Joint Chiefs and the SecDef on possible courses of action, which could mean is a possibility to something. I don't know. He says that he's not. The thing is that he said, dude, why does this dude even fucking tweet? I would never ever reveal the plans of a major military operation, and then tweets, we may or we may not be coming. Oh God, it just makes my head hurt. I got it. We have an unconventional president nowadays, but not when it comes to something so close as this. We may or may not come in. Imagery has already been indicated that a large port that had accommodated, I think it was like 6 or 7 Russian warships and a nuclear submarine vacated that port. So the Russians are kind of thinking, you know what, we have a feeling that Treasy's going to do something. Again, do I think we need to go in there and do some house cleaning? Yeah, look, if you go back in history and you see everybody that said that Bashar al-Assad needs to go, take his ass out, and then that's it. Life will find a way. Let nature take its course. Not everything has to have our involvement in it. And we just keep fucking up the people that keep coming into power, and then that's it. We'll be good to go. If you sit there and continuously say, well, we need to do this and we need to do that, stop. You're how can I say this? You're going to help somebody that already hates you. This all peace and ally shit that everyone's talking about. In the times that I've been deployed to the Middle East, yes, of course they accept you. Yes, of course you're there. They don't want you to fucking stay there. They don't want you to fucking live there. They don't want you to fucking change shit. That place has been destabilized for so fucking long. They have not been given an opportunity to grow on their own without somebody meddling in them. Would it have been the British? Would it have been us? You know what I mean? It didn't fucking matter. And I think we should fucking get the fuck out of there. I mean, we should go fuck them up, and then that's it. And bring your kids home. That's just me.
No, it's funny you said that because I was just reading, President Trump's tweet about it. He's even asking, "Where is our thank you, America?" He's even saying that on Twitter. He just said, "Never said." This is what his tweet said: "Never said when an attack on Syria would take place. Could be very soon or not soon at all. In any event, the United States under my administration has done a great job at ridding the region of ISIS. Right. Where is our thank you, America?" In quotes, like he expects them to all thank us for it. I'm like, yeah, don't think that's going to happen. But you're right. Like, no matter where we go or what we're doing, someone's going to hate us.
Well, think about this. Did you know when we went to Desert Storm, the Kuwaitis paid for most of it?
I seem to recall that because I almost joined the military right during that time. I had just graduated from high school, but I was still 17. There, I'm showing my age, y'all. And my mom like lost her shit and wouldn't let my dad sign the paper shit, so I had to wait a little bit. And I wound up waiting a couple years then.
Well, yeah, that's what happened. We had turned down several times because we were told the Kuwaitis wanted to pay. I think they wanted to pay us at the time was like $100,000 a piece. Every soldier that went there was going to get $100,000 a piece, and the Kuwaiti Liberation Medal was made actual gold. But our leadership said no, which I don't know. When you kind of think about it in this day and age, the way things are, the way soldiers are getting, veterans are getting taken care of, I'd let the fucking soldiers get paid.
Or even like, okay, that would like pretty much make us mercenaries. But
is it
I mean,
is it
that would? I mean, that's what we would be. I mean, that's kind of what we are in some situations. You would, if you think about it, we are getting paid to go over there, and kind of be the world's police. And some, not saying that's a wrong thing, but that's what we're getting paid to do. I mean, even if it's just our paycheck, but even if the administration then or the administration now, because I know Kuwait government still pays for pretty much all those pretty things, like on AJ and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But like even if it doesn't go directly to the soldiers, like okay, have them put that money into the VA system or something else. Like if you say, okay, no, we can't let you pay each soldier $100,000. I mean, like there's a lot of places they could put that money.
I think
in the long term help the soldier.
I think they should have. I think he just said they immediately. There should have been like a pay to DFAS, and that'd have been it. And then bam, the next thing you know, you go do Desert Storm and you come home, and the next thing you have this big $100,000 fuck. Well, knowing DFAS, it'd fucking tax you for it. But anyway,
true.
You know what I mean?
You wouldn't have any deployment dodgers, and
exactly.
Like, oh, pick me.
No, exactly. Think about that. Well, that's what's supposed to have happened. They're supposed to give you deployment. You're supposed to be being paid extra for family separation, hostile fire pay, imminent danger pay, and then tax-free when you deploy. Anybody who joins actually should be tax-free, period. Whether you're stationed stateside or CONUS. You should be given, everybody in the military, and I know how the military would fucking do this. They would fuck it up. DFAS would fuck it up big time. If right now you were to say, every soldier should be paid tax-free. Right now, what the military would do would fuck up your pay to where it would be like as if you were still paying taxes. Does that make sense? They would fuck with your pay. They would adjust your pay tables. They would adjust the pay tables to make it lower so that way they could save money. Instead, no, you fucking BAH, fucking separate rats, your base pay, special pays, whatever, while you're in the military, active and reserve, as a matter of fact, tax-free.
That would be the easiest way to like give every soldier a raise and not, tax their own pay. That's a brilliant idea.
No, what are you talking about? I'm basically paying for my fucking. Everyone's like, "Oh, the American taxpayer pays your fucking paycheck." No, actually, I pay my fucking paycheck, and my brothers and sisters pay my check. So basically, we are a giant union, an association, I guess you'd say. The American taxpayer doesn't fucking pay it because if I'm getting taxed. The American taxpayer pays for my fuel. They might pay for whatever, but you get. I'm talking about the principle of it. I mean, literally the principle of it.
Yeah.
You know exactly. Give you $100, they give you back 99. Take back 99. Chicken muck dart the table and start them on time. They look like They say in the army the women are mighty fine. They look like They look like Phyllis Diller and walk like Frankenstein. That's what that was the kids. I love those old kids. Reminds me of World War II and shit. So, anyways. So yeah, I think every soldier should be paid tax-free. It should be like right now, everything that you pay. You want morale to come. I guarantee if D. Treasy says, that extra $1,000 or whatever in the tax breaks and all this special this and all these families that make so much and make so this. What would have grabbed the military and showed more support for him by the military if he would have says, and if you are serving in the United States military, active duty and reserve and National Guard, your money will be tax-free. Not only will your money be tax-free, but your retirement will be tax-free, because we know that we're going to break the fuck out of you and fuck your shit up. So that means your retirement's going to be tax-free. And your fucking disability is going to be tax-free.
Well, the disability part is tax free, but yeah, the retirement check. Like I'm thinking, out of my little measly retirement, it's only about $200 a month that's I pay in taxes. But and I think I get most of all of that back at the end of the year right now.
Well, what I'm saying, that,
but still,
but my point being is that why should you have to pay when people say the American taxpayer pay our fucking paychecks? No, actually, if you pulled money from my paycheck, that means I am an American taxpayer. That means I paid for your paycheck, Spanky. Just like you paid for mine. Like
exactly.
We paid for each other. So we're all each other's mercenaries and pimps and hoes within our own fucking, you know what I mean? Within our own realm of military structure. And there's the first sergeant who's the top hoe. Or, yeah, because are we hoes or pimps? I don't fucking know. And then, you know what I mean?
I guess it depends on who's in charge that day.
Yeah, exactly.
Or who's paying the most taxes.
Who's paying the most taxes? Exactly that.
Not the one that, has the most rank.
Yeah, exactly.
They usually have an asshole to kids.
Yeah, exactly. And you're right. You notice that? It's usually the fucking, now young whippersnappers are coming in. I mean, some kids are coming in with more, some soldiers are so young, they're coming in with more kids than I have ex-wives. I'm like, God damn, man, how many kids you got? I got 10 for sergeant. Fuck, dude.
Where'd you have time for that?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, what I'm saying. I mean, I kind of feel sorry for them because, they got to come to work and deal with me as their first sergeant or something like that, or the platoon sergeant or something like that, and then they go home. And they got to deal with the fucking old lady with a bunch of little kids running around going, nah, nah, nah. I mean, don't get me wrong. In those situations, there are people who are happier than a pig in shit living that life. But I, with my patience level, I need a fucking service dog for people driving in the fucking left lane slow. You know what I mean? So fuck that. What's up, Godzilla? So yeah, it's exactly that, Al. Work is the relief for the kids. Because you can't get rid of your kids. You can get rid of spouses, but you can't get rid of kids. I'm just saying. I'm speaking from, experience, but yeah. So why shouldn't you get tax free? So again, if you're not going to provide incentive right now for us to as serving soldiers, then right now you're kind of looking at a situation where you done made the army so fucking tired that you want to keep pushing the troops without asking how. Now I'm not talking about these fucking weak brittle bitches that are coming in or whatever, because there are some soldiers right now that just need to troop the fuck up. And I'm not saying, well, back in my day we had sandals and we didn't have a rucksack, we had a wooden box. I'm not talking about that kind of shit. I'm talking about if you're expected to be in the military, you're expected to do things in the military that are military-like, like climb obstacles, run for a little bit, carry some loads, hump some shit, and all this other stuff. Because going back to what we were talking about, women being rangers and women being tankers and artillery women or whatever, I know guys have said occupations that can't fucking do that job already. So again, we need some, and some of the, and speaking with some of the drill sergeant PZOs that I know, and the EIT instructors that I know, not the drill sergeants, the actual instructors, they tell me that the majority of the Army's injuries usually are in a training environment, and they have exomuscular skeletal injuries, meaning they're coming in because they've all had, fucking sitting on the couch lifestyles and shit. They've not had they've not gotten the fucking vitamin D by being in the sun, throwing a ball back and forth, or doing things that would probably have been a little bit whatever. And now the Army wants to, of course, put more shit on them and tell them they need to do a different PT test that they're not completely trained for. But anyways, fuck, dude. I'm just in here rattling off and shit, not even keeping track of time, and it's already fucking 5 minutes to the fucking top of the hour. Damn. You guys got me all fucking exactly couch potatoes. So we're going to take a break. Here's some tunes, and then we'll be right back. I'm going to talk about the testimony on the Hill and the memes that have come out of the Zuck testifying before Congress, which there's a lot of awesome highlights of this shit, which I think are fucking funny. But anyways, shots, and we'll be right back.
Hungry for another taste. You stumble around the time you waste, and your table's overturned. Sooner or later you crash, then you burn. I think I wanna die tomorrow. And are you gonna be with me? I think I wanna die tomorrow, 'cause I'm out of time and I'm out of my mind. The simple ways come and go. Still I love the way you turn me on. But I just can't find the words, 'cause everything I say sounds so absurd. I think I wanna die tomorrow. Tired of being with me. I think I wanna die tomorrow, 'cause I'm out of time and I'm out of my mind. But it's so embarrassing. It's so embarrassing. It's so embarrassing that I can't let go. I think I wanna live tomorrow. So will you come and breathe with me? Think I wanna live tomorrow. Tired of being with me. Think I wanna live tomorrow, 'cause I'm out of time and I'm out of my mind. I don't care what you do. I don't care what you need. I don't care about my heart. Just instead of watching bleed. I don't wish upon a star, 'cause I don't care who you are. I'm out of time and I'm out of my mind. You can't save me if I can't save me, and you won't follow if I keep falling in, and you won't listen to what I'm saying, 'cause I'm so broken.
I am here determined to stop this future atrocity.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe. I suggest we use it.
The voice of U.S. Army, WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
Good evening, boys and girls.
This is Tim Kennedy. I'm a Special Forces sniper, a Ranger qualified Green Beret, a UFC fighter. Please listen to us and the shenanigans that we're going to say. We will insult you. There will be racial slurs. We will be sexist. We will offend you. But there will be magic, and a unicorn will be raped. So enjoy the show. Thank you for listening on WTF Nation Radio.
And we're back. Part 2 of Sergeant's Time on this 12 April 2018, broadcasting live from the Functional Veteran Center of Excellence, giving you clear and concise guidance, more clearer than a backpack on a Florida student. Anyways, so did you see the testimony on the Hill, Spanky?
Oh, I saw the highlights because I don't use my cable except for on Sunday nights.
Oh.
But no, I did see the highlights.
Did you see the amount of stupidity? I can't believe. Look, nation, the American people voted for who was asking Zuckerberg. You think about this now. The people that were asking Zuckerberg, the American people voted for. And the most that I got out of the whole thing is that they were asking, because we were watching it at work, fucking that thing was going on left and right because all of us were surfing Facebook when this was happening anyways at work. We're just fucking making, laughing at the memes and shit like that. And, main page office is going fucking nuts, throwing memes back and forth. The biggest thing that I thought, it looked like they were using him for a Geek Squad. It was almost like they were using him like the, like he was the tech support that speaks English with no Indian accent. It was like he was the guy to be the virtual assistant to help you out when you have a problem with your phone.
His face on some of those questions, I'm like, I would not be, I am not the most technically confident person in the world, but I'd be like, I wouldn't have been able to keep my shit together. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I wouldn't have been able to not hold that in. I mean, I've been asked some pretty stupid questions in my life, and I don't think I would have been able to hold that in, and I would have probably thrown a, are you fucking kidding me, at Congress. Please don't let me ever be the one who has to testify in front of Congress and let them ask me some shit like that. Because are you fucking kidding me will come out.
I would have said, look, fuckers, not only can I look at all your fucking chats, but I know where your dick pics are at. So stop fucking with me. Otherwise, I will open up the fucking pipes and let the world see. You're talking about hate speech and you're talking about that? Fine, I'm unplugging it. I'm unplugging the whole fucking thing so that way it's unchained. Because that's how Facebook got started. It was unchained. And then, once titty pics and all this other shit started coming up, Facebook fucking kind of handled it. You know what I mean? Then once they figured out that they can you throw the algorithms in it and everything, then that's when everything started getting fucked up. Perfect example, WTF Nation Radio. WTF Nation Radio at one time, and I'd say 3, 4, 4 or 5 period month, every single show had no less than 5,000 views. All of our shows were rocking at least 5,000 views or more. The Friday and the Saturday shows were rocking 20,000 views apiece. We had jumped from 800, and we had jumped to 850 likes, pushing us over the edge, over 15,000 within a few months before the algorithm change. There are more videos that are now posting static, getting more reach than videos that we do Facebook Live. Now, people would say, well, it's because you have WTF in your fucking title. Negative. WTF Magazine has a fucking blue check next to it. We only got a gray one. And they have over 2 million followers. We even explicitly said WTF Nation Radio means wait till formation. Because why do you fucking get your information from? Shut the fuck up and wait till formation. What the fuck? Bam. History. We even sanitized some of it to make sure. The boss has even had fucking issues to where he had going back and forth with, Red Leg owns the motherfucker. We need to have verification of this. We need to have verification of that. This whole fucking time we're like, we're getting throttled and all this. And nobody fucking believed us. Other veteran-related groups getting stalled as well. All of us were on the rise on a trend on Google Analytics and all this other shit, utilizing analytics and stuff like that. All of us were climbing to estimate that we were going to have at least 20,000 fucking likes, maybe 25, 30,000. All the vet pages, all of them were projecting massive fucking internet gains, I guess you would say. Likes and our media was getting pushed. I mean, come on. From what we first started before, when Boss Man fucking first started WTF Nation Radio out of a fucking, out of a laptop, to now when we're broadcasting over several platforms, high definition quality video products, video projects coming up. We're able to communicate with everybody and anybody around the world at a click of a button. But we only have, now we have 14,899 fucking likes or something like that. Are you fucking kidding me? So how is it that happens? Friday night turned exactly that. Friday night fuckery turned into Friday night freedom. As soon as Friday night freedom fucking got changed to Friday night, it skyrocketed on fucking on the light. Like I said, J Ready and the Saturday Friday J Ready and Minx and Pooks. I think it's the Pookie effect, because you notice that every fucking show that we've had Pookie on has more than 20,000 fucking likes or views. The Pookie effect must be the beard of the South. The mighty beard of the South has created enough likes and views on the Facebook. But as soon as you take the Pookie out, there's no views. Sounds like a tinfoil hat here. Conspiracy. It's a conspiracy. But my point being is this, is that, yes, Facebook is fucking with you. If it doesn't fucking like you or what you believe in, it will fuck. Now, I will say this. I'm glad he got caught on the spot. Because it was kind of old fucking cranky fuckers go off on him like it was like the old aunt or something like that. You know what I mean? Like you had an old uncle or old grandpa, or you know what I mean? Just like an old relative that would fucking go off on him. We've had several times our content. Now, I want you guys to know, we know when our algorithms are getting changed while on air. We see it. We'll see, well, how come this is choppy, or how come this is, how come that, or how come this is throttled, how come it seems like whatever. There is nothing else that we could say or do when we have more fucking streaming platforms than some fucking pages themselves. We are no shit a fucking company. That's what blows me the fuck away. Everyone else has causes. Everyone has, they have intangibles. What are we getting right now with you guys, WTF Nation Radio? We are doing interactive fucking multimedia with you, the WTF Nation. With you, the U.S. Army, active duty reserve, retired. Broadcasting live from the basement of the fucking Pentagon, the Alamo, Area 51. Through multi-sensory fucking outputs, but we only got 14,000 likes. Does Wayne Brady got to slap a bitch? What the fuck are you talking about? How is it that this is happening? Well, anybody who sees that our views are not compatible with their opinions or feelings, it gets reported. Yes, even the U.S. Army sometimes gets butthurt about what we post, what we say. We, I guess you would say, are the ultimate in Sensi sessions, except we play music. We are the ultimate in ensuring that you, the WTF Nation, are giving you the latest and greatest information, details, commentary, news, entertainment, to be there for you. This is your fucking team room. This is our team room, right? So why the fuck are other people managing our team room? Diamond and Silk, two of the most biggest fucking supporters of the president before he was elected and now. They were asking questions the same fucking thing. You think about this. Facebook was an opportunity, like Mark Zuckerberg said, was for us to be connected worldwide. and to be able to establish ourselves and establish businesses, to create causes. And he brought up the March of Our Lives, like he thought people were going to get fucking inspired by that. He brought up fucking other shit. He brought up this, he brought up that. Well, what about other individuals that have used Facebook for their livelihood? Because that's what he wanted, right? That's what he said he wanted to do. He wanted to connect the world. Fuck, you can do everything in Facebook now. I love MySpace. Bum ba dum bum 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 bum.
Tom wouldn't have done this.
Tom would not have done. Tom would have let you show titty pics, and then he would have emailed you and said, "I don't think you should be showing titty pics. This might be illegal." And then delete it, and would send it back to you. He would send your shit back, or he would tell you. And I don't know if Tom was an algorithm in itself or AI, kind of like Alexa. I guess you could say he was like their first version of Alexa. You could play whatever.
Tom also let us play music on our own page.
On our own
When
page.
you first clicked on someone's page, you could play whatever song you wanted. He didn't care.
Exactly. He didn't care. Not only did he care, but he didn't care what you played. You like country music? By darn fucking you play country music. You like rock? Oh, shucky darn and slop them chickens. Go ahead and get some fucking... Oh, you like fucking rap? You like heavy metal? You like all this? You like glam rock? You whatever? You like death metal? You like speed metal? Whatever. Tom would let you play it. Bring back Tom. Yeah.
There's glitter and unicorns everywhere on MySpace too. You could like make your own pretty backgrounds.
That's right. You can make your own wallpaper, and nobody had the ass. Nobody reported you. As a matter of fact, that feature wasn't in there. You know why? Because Tom said, fucking deal with it. If you had an issue, Tom dealt with you. If you had any fucking going on with the fucking Tom would fucking email you specifically. Ice, I don't think you should play that. Interacted with you. Instead, he has a team of 20,000 people that manage content. What does that mean, manage content?
I think it means, if you ask me personally, because, you know, like I went and looked at you know, like where you can go see how they like target your ads. I'm going to go on a wild guess that, you know, like our close, you know, 15,000 like likes. I don't know numbers, you know, I don't do, you know, math well. I'm going to guess a large percentage of that 15,000 are probably in the conservative area. And if you ask me, I'm pretty sure why us and a lot of other vet page probably have those same kind of numbers, why we stay, you know, throttled, so to say.
Oh.
And those causes pages probably have those people that like their page probably don't have that little block marked as conservative. If you ask me, that's, you know, my tinfoil hat.
I don't think that's exactly it. And as a matter of fact, Senator Cruz even brought that up. Why were several Republican and several conservative fucking web pages fucking throttled down too? Why were they closed down? Why is Diamond and Silk not given their reach? Everyone says they shut their site down. They didn't shut their site down. They just were given limited reach on what they could broadcast. They were reaching out. They were told that they were a fucking concern for the community. They were unsafe to the community. There's a meme that's going out there. I fucking love it. It's a picture of Mark Zuckerberg on the top and Diamond and Silk on the bottom, and it says, "Meet the only white man that can get away with oppressing two black chicks by taking their livelihood." Now, I'm not all for race baiting and shit like that, but I don't know, is it? Can you call it that? You shouldn't fucking be... like I said, the reason why Facebook got creative... See, it's almost like it was like, just like the Pookie effect has on all our shows, makes them pretty fucking high views. It was the George Lucas effect. George Lucas didn't have to fuck with Star Wars, right? He made fucking Indiana Jones, Star Wars, and that was it. But then he said, you know, back in the day I didn't have the technology to do this, but now I do. Now I want to do this. And he fucked up Star Wars. That's what Mark Zuckerberg did with Facebook. He goes, fuck. Man, this thing was going on fucking unchained. But there's people that I don't fucking like. There's people that I fucking piss me the fuck off and I don't like the way they fucking talk. Release the algorithms. And then next thing you know, his fucking, all the people that he disagreed with fucking just got throttled the fuck up.
And he really probably shot himself in the foot with that. It's like, nobody really cares. Like, I know, like me personally, I know how to hide a page. I know how to unlike pages. I know how to like not look at shit I don't want to fucking look at. And I'm pretty sure everybody else, no, you're, I guess a lot of people just want to bitch about everything, but it's not that hard to hide a page, block people you don't want to see. It's, but I guess that's the common sense way to look at it. Like, I don't like these people or this, I don't want to read about it. Oh, hide from your timeline, block them. Like, I don't understand how hard that is instead of like, like, let me make a vague book status. Like, I can't believe all this is on Facebook and I have to look at it. Ugh. No, you really don't.
Yeah. Offended? Scroll the fuck up. Or not like it.
Or gosh, if it's really that bad, you know what? You can like take that shit off your phone and not look at Facebook at all.
Or not look. I'm sorry. And the thing was is that everybody got a taste of the fucking world. Hey, Mark Zuckerberg, you can't have your cake and eat it too. If you said you wanted to connect the world in more ways than one, Facebook, I want to connect the world. I want the world to be connected. I want the whole. Come on, people now. Smile on your brother. Everybody get together and go on fucking MySpace right now. He grew a conscience. That's right. He wasn't thinking about fucking this shit. And what pissed me off, everything was going good. Don't get me wrong. Again, being a fire starter, and I love doing that. Friction. I enjoy the company of chaos sometimes because it actually calms me in some occasions. I really thought, okay, it was going back and forth, but there was one thing that fucking that sent my radar up. Immediately is when the government said, "Would you support regulation? Would you support regulation due to the fact Facebook, and this no shit, has been responsible for blank? Facebook's fault because of blank. It's because of Facebook, blank, blank, blank." Are you fucking serious? No, once you deleted your MySpace, Tom didn't fuck with you anymore. You have to restart all over again. You can't suspend it. You can't do anything. It's not like Facebook where you delete your fucking shit and it's still there and you have fucking creepers running around with the fucking... They turn your profile into a bot. That's what MySpace does. We trusted Tom. Oh, WTF Nation Radio, you're on the air. Hello. Is this fucking Gray Cloud jet setting again? Is this Gray Cloud going? Yes. Are you flying? Gray Cloud. Gray Cloud, are you flying? Hello. Dude, I can't hear you, man. I hope everything's okay, bro. If you're calling,
like I hear like SOS noises.
Yeah, it's like I'm hearing some fucking
or Morse
shit.
code.
I'm hearing Morse
code.
code.
Morse code.
I'm like, what do we gotta? Oh man, you good to go? Fuck.
Did he plug his headphones in?
I'm about to say no because I was expecting I was expecting to hear this from fucking Gray Cloud because Gray Cloud's flying right now and he wanted to fucking join us from 1,000 feet. So listen up. This is what I was expecting him to hear.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. Welcome aboard Trump Flight 1600 with nonstop service to Canada. We'd like to welcome all our celebrity defectors, and we'll get you out of America just as soon as the tower clears us for takeoff. Once we reach our cruise...
I thought he was on Trump Airlines. But anyways. Yeah. So again, they were asking him if he supported regulation. And I think him being in the hot seat, he kind of like knee-jerked his responses. Yes! I mean, I'll have to have my people get back with you on this. Yes! So right there in front of you, the largest media mogul told the entire world, because the world was fucking watching, that he supports suppressing your fucking First Amendment rights so that way Congress will get off his nuts. That's what I saw. As soon as Congress started blaming him for the actions of people, then that's what fucking set me the fuck off. At that point, Congress, fuck you. I really think Congress is fucking outliving its usefulness as far as the piss and vinegar of people that we have there. I think there should be term limits. I think there should be fucking the amount of time that people serve. I mean, god dang, there's a fucking there's a pharmacist that goes to the fucking pharmacy outside the Capitol building to ensure that certain people get their dementia medicine, to make sure that they have fucking their Alzheimer's medicine, their fucking Viagra. Are you fucking for real? You have members of Congress that need dementia medicine? That need Alzheimer's medicine? Are you really wanting to make sure these are the motherfuckers that, you know, you want to fucking, you want them to legislate for you? Tell me what these cookies are. Well, I mean, you have, on your phone, you go to the internet and each website has, well, how do I know they have ads? How are you able to pay for something? How can you be the richest man in the world and have and not charge anybody for use of your services? Because we run ads. Because like everything else in America, we run a fucking commercial. I would rather, you know, in a way, I thought, no, look, I think I think Zuckerberg just he realized that now he's in the big league. He's dealing with the big leagues. Because all of them now were trying to ask him the same fucking question. Now, another thing that fucking got me, that really raised my eyebrows, well, I guess my eyebrows pretty much didn't fall out because my eyebrows were being raised all the time, so they weren't on fleek. The biggest thing that fucking concerned me was when one of them asked, and then it sent a sequence of events where more of them started asking, have you spoken to the special counsel investigating the president? And he said, yes. Yes, he's speaking to the special counsel. During the Senate committee confirmation hearings for the new director or the new Secretary of State, have you spoken to the special counsel? Yes. What the fuck? Doing some little ICE research there, coming to find out that the majority of the people on the special counsel, the people that are supporting the president going through this investigation, are Republican. Unfucking real. Unfucking real. Have you been asked by the special counsel anything? And he, at least Zuckerberg was smart and said, yes, but I'm not going to talk about it. Why not? Because I'm paraphrasing, of course. But he said he didn't want to talk about it. I don't fucking blame him. Don't want to talk about it. He didn't have to fucking talk about it. I watched it on C-SPAN because I'm old, right? You know, old people watch C-SPAN. We don't want to watch all this fucking shit. We want to hear continuous, nonstop boredom. He never swore. There was no swearing of. Did you swear to tell the truth and nothing but the truth to help you, Facebook? Nothing. So saith the Lord. None of that shit happened. He didn't do this under oath. The majority of the questions that were getting asked, he was being told, when I spoke to you yesterday about this, and this, and Zuckerberg's face was like, yeah, I remember you. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I remember us talking in your office, and then got grilled big time by the same people who had him in his office the day prior trying to primp him up. I'm thinking, why, dude, at that point, why are you putting up with this shit? I'd say, hang on, so let me get my phone. And then I would have, like, hit a button on my phone to where my screen showed up, and then I would have showed all the fucking cameras. Right now, everybody that you just saw right now that I'm testifying in front of, I'm releasing the algorithms now. You should see everybody's Facebook shit now worldwide. And yes, I could see every single fucking, every single dick pic that you've sent, Senator. So again, I don't want to say that that he was, I felt sorry for him. Because like I said, him coming in, I was thinking, oh, this little dude's going to be all fucking cocky and all whatever. And the questions that he was getting, it shows that our government has a sad understanding of the interwebs. Well, how come when I turn on my phone, I can't get into my email? Well, sir, you have to use your app. And then, well, how do I get that app? I'm like, motherfucker, go to Google Play. Shit, motherfucker. Go to the App Store. You're going to ask. I thought you were having him testify before Congress about shit that had to do with possible fucking breaches of security with this fucking company. What the fuck? Coming to find out that he is or was and has had his information exploited over the interwebs. So this analytical firm did the same thing to him on Facebook, what he did to us on Facebook during the re-election of Barack Obama and the election of Barack Obama. And he did the same thing for fucking Hillary. I don't fucking hear. I don't want everybody to hear this. Whatever. Again, a suppression of shit. So, again, my suggestion would be, let the fucking floodgates open. Put Facebook back the way it used to be. Remove the algorithm. Obviously, the algorithms that support jihadis and the trafficking and all this other stuff. Because you've totally taken the fun out of fucking law enforcement now. Because law enforcement used that algorithm to catch motherfuckers. To catch illicit fucking body-shaping farms. I didn't know this. Motherfucking chicks who go in Miami to go get like silicone like injected in their ass to make their booty big or something like that. They were cracking down on fucking human trafficking rings. They track on that. Cartel fucking involvement. They track on that. So basically, the algorithm that he put in there killed law enforcement. So if you want to say, well, because of Facebook, this happened because because of Facebook also. I believe in fucking Facebook. I do. Fuck, I just started using the motherfucker. I think it's great.
So when are you going to start using the Twitter too?
No, yeah. You know what? Jose has been breaking my balls about fucking not using. Jose fucking's off the chain on Jose. He sends me screenshots of some of this shit. And he's like, look. And then he'll send me a picture or something. And then he'll talk about some shit. And then the next thing you know, he's like, you need to get a Twitter. I'm like, well, I mean, I guess you can fucking show me what you got, and then I'll just whatever. And he's like, no. You don't understand. Twitter's like an individual thing. You can't like do it like a page. And I'm like, oh. He's like, yeah. So once you go in there like that, but you only type so much. You can only like, was it 240 words or something? Anyway, 240 characters. And I'm like, can you drop memes? And he goes,
you can.
And he sent me some pictures of some fucking memes that he's dropped. And he's not been reported. He got busted. He was bitching to us because he got busted a while back. Because mom sent him the Tide Pod meme, and then he posted it the same time. I guess mom. They both had their Twitter suspended and shit. So he was in the fucking office talking shit.
That is literally the only time I have ever heard of anybody getting suspended on Twitter.
Well, he got the Tide Pod thing. Well, Jose was fucking picking on people too. Jose's relentless. He has that shit on fucking lock 24/7. It seems like. I wake up and he's like, hey, does this make sense to you? And somebody said, hey, what does this mean or whatever? Or I'm like, ooh, dude, you should send that out, or you should send this whatever. So he's like fucking going nuts on this shit. Yeah, exactly, Dale. He was anti-gun, but was escorted by fucking Capitol Police with rifles. I'm willing to bet you there was probably a threat in his life and we didn't know about it. Somebody fucking said, you fucking took my likes. I was destined for internet greatness. And I'm sure there is. I mean, but what I'm saying though is that I support Facebook in what it's good and bad, just like kind of like the fucking world is. Basically what he was doing, he was digitizing the world, which was nothing wrong with that. It took a long time for somebody to convince me to use fucking Facebook. But once I got it, I realized its value, and I talked to Leos. I mean, come on. I mean, look what we're doing right now. I talked to Leos. I talked to fucking agency people. I talked to military people. And they're like, yeah, dude, fucking Facebook did this, Facebook that. Ever since fucking numbnuts fucking, fucked with the algorithm and blah, 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 blah. And then the next thing you know, there's Congress blaming him for something happening. Motherfucker, how about wait a minute, why are you blaming him? You're the fucking lawmaker. This is happening in your state. Do you support regulation? Man. Do you support regulation? Think about that. Do you support regulation? And he says, yes. And he's like, well, do you think the Europeans have it right? He's like, they've done something right. Did you know Germany has the most strictest fucking anti-libel? You know you can't even talk shit to somebody in fucking Germany about, you think the fucking butthurt is bad here? In Germany, it costs you fucking fines. Flip somebody off on the fucking Autobahn in Germany and see what fucking happens. €2,500 fine.
Whoa. Are you kidding me?
I'm
I
not
can't
fucking
never go to Germany now.
No. Fuck that. Road rage? Well, I mean, I take that back because there's really not much really road rage because everyone's flying at a fucking 100 miles an hour in the left lane because motherfuckers don't drive 45 miles an hour in the left lane.
Well, then I guess I'll have no reason to flip anybody off. Maybe
You won't
I
have
can
to
go to Germany.
No, you won't have to, but you'll have problems with fucking, Herms fucking getting in your way for doing some shit, and then they'll fucking look at you like, "Bah!" They'll fucking do like they'll wave their hands at you. "Bah, bah, bah." And, I chased somebody all the way down to fucking Stuttgart one time because he fucking was making some motions and didn't think that I had the car to keep up with it.
And what was the outcome of that? Because now I'm curious.
I got the Polizei called on me. And I said he was driving erratic, and I was trying to read his license plate so I can tell you. I think I can report him. And they're like looking at me like, you drive a BMW 740iL and he's driving in a BMW M5 and you couldn't keep up with him. Well, he's a small car. I was making excuses because I was going to beat his ass. Because we were at stoplights and everything, and because I speak of the Herm linguistical aptitude, and I said in German, I'm going to fuck you up. And then I said in English, I'm going to fuck you up. Shut up, Casey. I don't speak to Nicholas Sparks on fucking Facebook. Secretly. Friend request denied. There you go. How about that? Ass. I don't fucking talk to Nicholas Sparks. He is the ruiner of men. Thanks to Nicholas Sparks, that's why guys have man buns. Oh, man. Doesn't matter. Inside the out card doesn't matter. So you think it's bad. You don't ever talk about net neutrality and all this other shit. Net neutrality was the reason the algorithms were placed in there. That's why when net neutrality was cut off, he didn't listen. The Fair Use Act and all this other shit. Fairness in broadcasting. All these other fucking laws that people don't realize. Fuck. In Germany, you can't fucking do it. You can't talk shit about somebody else's car in a car ad. You can't say that my Mercedes is better than your BMW. You can't. You just say, the best or nothing. Die beste nach nichts gar nichts. Motherfucker screaming at you in fucking German by Mercedes, but you can't say it's better than a BMW. You can't. Because BMW will get butthurt. They'll report you. Just like on Facebook. So all he was trying to do was trying to get fucking, bullshit. So you want me to fucking you want me to fucking support you now? I support Mark Zuckerberg to throw my fucking middle finger up at Congress. You want to regulate the internet. That's what they're doing. How could you do this without paying for it? You want to do this without that? If you guys weren't collecting and analyzing the questions that Congress was coming up with, they're literally saying they want you to pay for the internet. They want you to pay for fucking Facebook because it's going to be what? For their fucking states. And they want to control the content that you post out. Now, I want fucking Facebook open, MySpace open, all them shits. What's up, Cause?
Good evening.
I'm sorry.
Sorry,
Sorry, I'm yelling into the mic, but fucking.
Oh, it's okay, man. It sounds great.
I'm just because I've been fucking with the settings and shit on my mic, so I can yell into it. Because before I was peaking it, and I didn't want to fucking mess with it, and then not like I didn't want to overwhelm the audience with peak noise and screaming like I'm going,
No, I think I'll take an adjective out of Jay Reddy's book, and your voice sounds delicious.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Your voice always sounds delicious, Cause, and you don't even have to make any effort. You're just, Anyways, yeah. So I think everybody should support Mark Zuckerberg and fucking Congress. I think Congress. Okay, you want the pipes open? I think Mark Zuckerberg should open up Facebook to show how Congress really is.
I think if Mark Zuckerberg would, if it was up to just him. But you got to figure, Facebook is a company that's got 25,000 plus employees, and it's not just Mark Zuckerberg is the CEO, but then there's Sheryl Sandberg who is the operating officer.
Dude,
there's
she's
probably
mean.
a lot that goes on in the company that he doesn't know about.
Yeah, I was about to say, and she's mean. From what I heard, she is mean.
I mean, he gives marching orders. Here, make me a successful company, and here are some of my ideas. And then he hires people, then they hire people, and they get teams together. And all of these teams, the left hand probably doesn't have any idea what the right hand is doing in that company.
Yeah, I'm just I'm just one of those things to where I was seeing where Congress was asking on some of the Cambridge Analytica stuff. I could totally see their concern about that. It's understandable. I mean, anybody who gets their data ripped off for analytics, you could do it right now.
And it's not just Facebook proper.
Correct.
Facebook also controls Instagram, of course, Facebook Messenger. They control WhatsApp, Oculus, TBH, Watch. They have all kinds of subsidiaries. So it's probably not just Facebook that's been affected. It's probably all of their subsidiaries as well.
Yeah, I'm not too. Again, at this point, and that's what I was telling the audience earlier before you called in. I honestly think that our own government lawmakers, our Congress and the House and the Senate, do not know how the internet works. They do.
No.
They not only do not know how the internet works, but hey, you can make a big statement too when you print something in 25 font, because that's what they did. They basically got the terms of service agreement and they printed it at a large font so they could read it, and so it made for the dramatic effect when one of the Congress people held it up and it looked like it was like a fucking phone book, right? Well, how could people read this terms of service and blah, blah, blah? Does anybody scan the terms of service at least before they click OK or they click agree?
I do.
Hey, what's up, Pooks?
Dude. Hey, I just want to say, like, you need to pass the bill before you can read it. That's all I wanted to say.
Exactly.
So what you
No, I'll hang out for a little bit, but that's all I wanted to say. Like, I'm getting agitated so bad. Like,
Oh, I know, dude. It drives me off the
pass
fucking wall.
bill before you.
Yeah, exactly.
know
Thank you.
what's in it.
Yeah, thank you, fucking thank you, what's her name? Nancy Pelosi was the one that fucking made that comment out. And then right before this omnibus bill got signed, all of a sudden they shoved everything in front of the president 2 hours prior for him to signing it. So, and he wanted to read it.
He did.
He wanted to read
did.
all, like, what was it, like 25, he said 25,000 pages of stuff that I can't even read.
It was a couple thousand pages.
Oh, okay. Something like that. It was more than 1,000 pages that you can read in one night. You know what I mean? I got to fucking read, I got to read books in the shitter a couple times a week before I fucking finish them up.
So, Pookie, are you saying that we have to agree to the terms of service before we get to see what they are?
Honestly, like, really, you should read the terms of service before you agree to them.
Well,
honestly.
Well, I mean, you kind of think about this, and this is the way I see it, because the last time I checked, everyone is a fucking adult, okay? The life, liberty, and the pursuit of, you're not guaranteed, happiness. So this means that when you know that you are willingly signing into something that gives your name, your birthday, your hometown, where do you live, where do you work, your fucking kids' pictures, your pictures, dick pics, not pics, tit pics, anything you know want to start up secret groups, grab members, grab people together. It's almost to me implied. This is me.
But you agree to that, right?
Correct. I know for a fact. You're looking at my Facebook page, whatever.
Yeah.
Use Facebook to post my shit. You come on my stuff. You look at it crap, and you're like, yep. There you go.
So see that agreement. I just click agree. Was that brought upon us? Like this is my big tinfoil hat shit. Were we programmed just to click yes?
I think they make terms of service agreements so convoluted that no one really reads them. I really think that they ought to limit like every term of service to be a number 12 font, one page, period. States what the company is, what the company does. You're free to use it. You're going to hold the company harmless and have a nice day.
Thank you.
Bingo. And you just hit it on the head. That was a legal thing. They wrote that term of service. He was testifying in front of the people that he was testifying in front of, or not. I shouldn't even say testifying because he didn't swear in. The people that he spoke to in Congress.
He's not a human. He's a robot.
Yeah, he's like Commander Data. You see all the Commander Data memes in him? Fucking awesome.
Yeah, he's a robot.
Yeah. So my biggest thing is that the reason why the terms of service are like that because of motherfuckers like Congress that can't figure out the internet. They were lowering the fuck out of him, and that's why those terms of service are written in there to protect his company. Just like when we say anything stated on WTF Nation Radio is the opinion of the person that said it, and not the fucking opinion of fucking U.S. Army WTF Moments or WTF Nation Radio. President class. You know what I mean? We don't fucking whatever.
Food.
So it's a hold harmless agreement when you're doing it to protect the company. Understand that you're giving up pictures of this. Understand that this is a social environment. It's like you walking in the mall with some fucking, short fucking Ranger panties, and you're not a physically fit fucking capability to wear one, and you're pissed off that people are pointing and laughing at you. That's what Facebook does. Except you can't beat the fuck out of somebody when they get close to you and talk shit, and keeps talking shit and keep talking shit.
Well, we do that as a nation kind of thing. Call them out.
Oh yeah, we call them out. That's our way of I guess you would say retaliating or something like that. We call them out. But again, it's kind of like the world in which you live in. If you want to place yourself in the big fucking aquarium of fucking life, be prepared for people to fucking make a comment about it.
Have a big aquarium.
Yeah, I'm saying people,
fish floating around. And shit.
This motherfucker's gonna be in there fucking talking about you and being butthurt about shit. One of the biggest things that we were talking about today in the office and shooting the shit about stuff in the office was the fact that of service dogs. We're gonna get back to in a minute. We're gonna talk about service dogs.
This shit again, really?
Yeah. Oh, it's even better. So, this has to do with service dogs and the tangents of that were created by the big giant web of the subject of service dogs, because everybody thinks that the cause is anyway. We'll discuss this in a minute. The cause is just, not our cause, that cause. So
I'm pretty just.
Yeah, you are just. That's what I'm saying, not our cause, because we know our cause is just. Both.
I'm not just, so that works.
No, Pookie, you're upping my numbers, man. Every time you come on the show, the Pookie effect happens. Every time the beer from the South comes on, bam, over 5,000 views.
Thou shalt not speak it.
Exactly. All right, we're going to take a break. We'll be back at top of the hour. Shots.
Good evening, boys and girls. This is Tim Kennedy. I'm a Special Forces sniper, a Ranger qualified Green Beret, a UFC fighter. Please listen to us and the shenanigans that we're going to say. We will insult you. There will be racial slurs. We will be sexist. We will offend you. But there will be magic, and a unicorn will be raped. So enjoy the show. Thank you for listening on WT.
You say I walk on the truth, but I've
Bitches, they love visuals.
The voice of U.S. Army, WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
And we're back. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to send you a signal to get back. Was kind of catching up on some shit, and I realized that I had an extra song playing here, so I didn't want to, I don't know, just play fucking too much music because y'all want to hear me blab. What were we gonna talking about? Oh yeah. Okay. So one of my good friends, really good friend of mine, posted something about an actress who was removed from the plane or was given shit due to the fact that they have a dog for the diabetes.
Gotta say it right.
Diabetes. So apparently there's some fucking singer or some shit like that. I guess she was a fucking runner-up or
on The Voice.
On The Voice or some shit like that. Who's this fucking singer?
Her name's Ray Lynn. I vaguely remember her because, you know, I watch The Voice sometimes, especially way back when, because I think it was like one of the early seasons. And the girl, she is a huge fan of those competition shows.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
And I, had to watch them with her. And, she was like, you need to vote for this person for me. I want all of my, she would write me a list of who all I had to go vote for her. So that's why I vaguely remembered her.
Okay, so where's she from? She's some sort of fucking. Did you post something about her? You responded in the dog pile of. She is. I guess. Okay, so she's also in the her husband's about ready to join the military.
Yeah, I don't know if he's already joined or not because they didn't have like dates, but yes, so she can add like dependent to her resume now.
Okay, so now she's gonna be a fucking a dependent thing. So I guess all it takes for you to be an aspiring singer is to come on The Voice and sound like a pretty decent singer, and you don't even have to win. And the next thing you know, Nashville's fucking picking you up like everything and anything to sign you up to do whatever. So, I mean, that's my impression of that. So, anyways, so she was refused service or was harassed over her diabetes dog. A diabetes service dog. Now, are we really starting to get out of control with the service animal shit? I think we are. Do you really need a diabetes? What does a diabetes service dog do to you? Does it check your blood fucking sugar for you? Does it carry your does it open carry your fucking insulin and injections? What does it do? What does a fucking diabetes service dog do? Does it bark at you when you're eating something you shouldn't? Does it recognize if you're going to have too much sugar? Or if you're not having enough sugar, does it just like fucking grab your hand and walk you to the fucking fridge? To me, that's what a service dog does, right? It protects you from something or assists you. If you're fucking blind, you get a blind service dog because it's helping you. It's not.
I would like to know.
That's what I'm saying. I would like to know what is the certifying? Who is the certifying body for diabetes? And I'm not talking about Wilford Brimley. That dog, can it smell diabetes? Well, there you go. The dog's certified. Is that what happens?
And maybe it eats no, you can't eat that donut. Give it to me, and it eats the donut.
Exactly. I don't know what I'm saying. Like it sits there and goes "Roo," when you're about ready to eat something. Oh, I'm gonna eat this donut and drink it with some fucking 5 sugars and 5 creams from fucking Dunkin' Donuts coffee with the turbo shot in there. Oh, I guess I shouldn't be eating my diabetes service dog's going nuts on me. I guess I don't need to be eating this donut.
And not even to make light of it, like my ex-husband has, the diabetes, and he got diagnosed with it because he literally passed out. Like he's over in Afghanistan, no clue, like couldn't see, passed out, no fucking clue what was wrong with him, and didn't have no history of it, no nothing. He wasn't a fat ass, nothing. And that's when they found out. And has to take insulin, test his blood sugar, the whole 9 yards, all that shit.
Well,
So, yeah, he don't have a dog though.
Yeah,
Maybe he should get one.
but I don't. That's what I'm saying. And so we a friend of mine was discussing this about the diabetes. It is exactly. I mean, my best friend quoted it, no shit, the way that I was going to jump on it, but he said it before me. And he said, please stop finding ways to bring your goddamn dogs into airports and onto aircraft. The rest of
or
us...
even into fucking Walmart, sorry.
Yeah, I'm serious. The rest of us are impressed. That's what it seems like. It's these people who are codependent on animals so much that they say, it's a service animal. What do you mean? See, what do you mean? Your body secretes the sugar smells. So if I don't have, if I don't have the right sugar, the dog comes over here and licks me in the side of the cheek and goes, "Roo," and tells me I need to fucking take my medicine. It's an excuse.
No.
It seems like it's a fucking cop-out. It seems like motherfuckers are making a diabetes. My dad had diabetes. My dad, Ice's dad had the diabetes and he didn't have no dog.
No, I'm reading these comments like about it smells your blood sugar levels and everything. I'm like, I thought that's what you tested your blood sugar for.
That's what you test your blood sugar. Exactly. If you,
I mean,
if
people
you
have
test
been doing this without service animals for how long?
for fucking years. My dad didn't have a fucking service dog, and he's a vet. Matter of fact, he had a little watch. He goes beep beep, and he goes, "Oh, time for me to check my blood." And he checked his blood. And he's like, "Oh, need to smoke a cigarette now." And then fucking, that was it. Too easy. We were getting so fucking stupid with this service animal shit that now everything's a service animal. Motherfuckers who drive slow in the fucking in the fast lane, I need a service animal. And my best friend said that, with the amount of service animals that people are making an excuse, we're gonna need a whole fucking van for service animals. You are placing blame on something or using an excuse to, it's because I like dogs. You can't have your fucking, look, you can't even fucking adult. You need a dog to fucking service animal. Never fucking heard this in my fucking life. Never. A service animal for diabetes. Would you like?
The only way I can in my head justify this is there are other, things wrong where they can't remember things or, there's other, issues with said person.
Old people have been doing it for fucking thousands of years and have not had exactly that. What about a service skunk? Well, I want a service. What's going on there?
The phone.
What's up? WTF Nation Radio, you're on the air.
Hey, this is Doc Derek. How y'all doing tonight?
What's up, man?
I've seen Great Cloud posted there about the seizure dogs. I have epilepsy. I received a traumatic brain injury when I was wounded, and they have a seizure alert dog, which is supposed to smell some hormone that your body releases, and then they have a seizure alert dog, and those are the ones that you have to have seizures around them, and you wear a bracelet they can paw at so that they know where you're at.
Well, normally those dogs are done in a fucking baseline test, so they're around you and they're exposed to you having a fucking seizure to know your smell, to know you.
Yeah.
So there's
what's
so that's different. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But that's different. It's not like just you saying my little fucking teacup Morkie or Yorkie or Maltese or Chihuahua.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that'd be like me having a service otter or a service skunk or a service possum. I would have a service animal that nobody would want to fucking touch, like a trash panda.
Guinea pig?
Yeah, fuck yeah. No, I'd
possum.
The possum, yeah, I'd toss that motherfucker. But you know what I'm saying? But and then the whole thing about a service animal that if it harms somebody,
I'm not sure how to. I'm sorry.
No, I'm saying if you have a service animal though, and it harms, so you having a service animal is not giving you a free fucking ticket for a free cargo load in the fucking airplane. It's not an excuse because there are people who actually need service dogs. And like I'm saying, what is the certifying body to say, yes, Ice, you may bring your raccoon that looks like Rocket from Guardians of the Galaxy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it is. I traveled with pets when I PCS'd overseas, and they weren't service dogs, but I still had to pay each individual one for their cage and stuff. How hard is it to get the VA to pay for service animals. The seizure alert dog pertains to me, but it is those dogs I've been told is real expensive. And then again, I've seen people that go online somehow, and all of a sudden they have a plastic ID card for their dog. It says their dog's a service animal.
That's what I'm saying, and they
with
throw
absolutely no training.
Exactly, with no training, with no training, and nor did they have any type of fucking certification or anything. Like I'm saying, there needs to be a certifying body. Like, I want to go to the Central Service Animal Zoo where all of them have been fucking trained, so that way you can go and pick your otter, or you can go pick your possum, and they're already trained. And like me, I'm old and I forget shit, like you said, Spanky. So it's like Ice needs help with remembering shit because he's had some some stuff going on, and he's got some health issues or whatever is wrong with me. Right. And then that way it's detected by that animal, and then I pick up my service animal from the service zoo, because there is a nationally certified body of service motherfuckers that know exactly, Dale, fucking crutch. I mean, I don't want to say it, but it sounds like to me it's like you're gaming the system, like you're faking it almost. Like you're really, like, I fucking knew you for fucking years. There's people that I know this. I've known them for fucking years. And I've known them to be like cat people or fucking people who hoard animals. And then all of a sudden they put in, I need a support dog. And then the next thing you know, they, like you said, they fucking got a little card in the mail. The dog's wearing a PT vest, and then that's it.
Right. Yeah. I'm not sure exactly how all that process works with the VA. The big thing with me with the seizure dogs, I took 3.5 grams of shrapnel through the front of my head, and I'm missing a third of my brain. And I'm getting ready to go to Asheville, North Carolina, to a brain hospital over there for people that have Parkinson's, people that have epilepsy, traumatic brain injuries and stuff, because after losing a third of my brain right now, I'm on 4 different seizure medicines 3 times a day and still have them. To get those service dogs for me, I said that about Asheville because we go to the doctor, we go to the hospital, we break a bone, we go get it fixed, we have a heart attack, we go, get a cath done, put a stent in and whatnot. We're going to get better. And brothers and sisters, it is rough on me to go into that hospital because I have to come off all of my seizure meds. They deprive me of sleep and do everything they can to make me have a seizure. And I have to stay there until I have a seizure. It's 24-hour video surveillance. The VA, of course.
So you're talking, you're talking about this. Yeah, you're talking about. I know what you're talking about. You're talking about the, what is it? So like the cerebral analysis study or something like that, where they fucking, they're basically seeing what needs to be done for your treatment for your injuries that you sustained to your brain, basically.
Yeah. It's I've had this before my second brain surgery. They cracked open my skull and put the EEG electrodes directly on my brain and made me have a seizure, seeing where that was coming from, and removed that part of my brain. And I have a cyst, and I don't know. I have to have another MRI to see if it's grown in size. It's Mission Hospital in Asheville, North Carolina.
You ain't gonna give us your.
That's the reason I don't go to the service animal for that.
See, you're giving up your fucking. You don't have to give up your Persec. No, I got you, man. I just to me it just seemed like you said, you brought up a good point. There are individuals that say it's a service animal or a service dog, and the next thing you know, it's because they fucking bought him a little vest. And then bought them a fucking.
I have seen people get them. I've seen people get them certified online and get a little driver's license tag for it that says it's a service animal and that dog has been professionally trained, but more than I have. It is what's the process after we get off the phone? How hard is it to get the VA? Because you see a lot of people at the VA with service animals, and it's bringing attention to themselves, but in public.
Well, I mean that right there, each state it's also valid. It's also valid to each state. Each state has its own. Each state has its own veteran treatment for that type of service. Some of what the VA may not have. And each individual state may have a different benefit to it, if that makes any sense. So what the VA may not cover, Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, Tennessee, Kentucky, I know those states, Alabama, Texas, and they're generally pretty good when it comes to something like that. So, I mean, again, it's all varied upon state on how that works. But a lot of it is they are the ones that are the surveyors and certifying to make sure that you're getting legit fucking service animals. Exactly that, Casey. That they're like fucking people have emotional support animals, but try to pass them off as service animals. Which, and to me, the emotional support animal and a service animal to me are different. There should be no such thing as a emotional support animal.
That's a pet.
That's a pet. That's a pet.
That's
exactly.
a pet.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Any
pet
You can
provides
have
emotional
a turtle
support.
or a rabbit and say that it's a support animal.
Yeah, exactly. And when they put this thing in the cargo hold, why? Well, the fact that it's got meh. So,
How much of that? How much do you guys know about how the VA pays for them? What's the process? Do they give the dog separate racks so that they're able to eat? Do they pay for the training?
So they put the dog on per diem. No, some of them
they pay for the dog to go to the vet. And
no,
stuff,
exactly
and
that. No, some of them no.
Get a stipend.
No. What I'm saying though, Doc, is that some of the dogs are paid for by the state. I'm saying it varies upon state. The state may give you a stipend, or they may pay for the dog and its training altogether, or pay for your dog to get trained. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, there's a website out there, Pause for a Cause, and it's a nonprofit. I looked into the seizure response dogs and the seizure alert dogs. It's called Pause for a Cause. Seems to be a good nonprofit, but I think there's a lot of people, just like everything else in the VA. I think there's a lot of people that take advantage of that. They know that they're, for the most part, going to be protected by the American with Disabilities Act, and it seems like you've got a fucking dog to know when you're going to sneeze. I mean, dogs they're great. I had to put mine down almost 2 years ago. Dogs are great. And I don't doubt when people get worked up or get in a bad spot or something, that the dogs come over and put your attention on the dog. I've seen some documentaries and stuff, vets, other people will just start really getting worked up talking about a certain scenario, and that dog would go over and take its nose and root it underneath their hand so that it takes the attention to the dog. But I mean, that could be any dog. That could be a mangy mutt that you got out of the shelter. It doesn't mean it's a service dog, but I mean, if you have it at home and that dog loves you and stuff and it calms you down, go for it. But I have seen too many people with some bullshit certification offline, and then this small little card that goes around the dog's neck that says it's a service animal.
Yeah, exactly.
And
Agreed.
they can't keep the dog in control. It wants to go up and pet kids, and they think that they're just like people that are blind with CNI dogs. Just like you said, Ice, there's different categories of support animals versus service animals. You're not going to walk around with a guinea pig and say it's a service animal.
Yeah, no, of course. Of course.
Any animal or a teddy bear can be a support animal. Those ones for blind people and epilepsy and stuff like that, those are expensive. But I think a lot of people are taking advantage of the system by saying they have post-traumatic stress disorder just to get a service animal.
But it's not.
And
but it's
I will close by saying thank you very much for turning me on to the band Rail.
Oh my God, dude! We break balls on you, man. But you need to download that shit.
What's the name of the CD? And I will.
I don't know. Look on their EP. Look it on fucking the Google store. Look for fucking. You'll see it. Or get with the station later, and we'll fucking send you the MP3s.
What year did the band come out? I mean,
I don't know, dude. You're asking. I don't know, man. We're talking about service dogs, not about rail.
I've looked for all kinds of them, and it wants to bring me up a damn picture of a railroad track or something. It's great. It's a great Thursday night for Sergeant's Time. Thanks for starting it.
All right, man.
And teaching us. I'm interested about learning about these service animals and kick-ass music selection, guys.
Of course. All right, big man. Talk to you later. Yep, I'm good. Yep. Oh man. So again, going back to what I was saying, diabetes. So this actress got all, or singer. Well, she's a singer, right? Or is that what we're going with?
Yeah, something like that.
We're going with
an aspiring
singer.
Right,
is it aspiring if she is?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
guess she has an album out or something now.
But is it like legit?
Have you heard of her?
No, that's what I'm saying. I didn't know who the fuck they were. I thought my best friend was talking about somebody that was you know, like somebody like down the street from him or something. You know what I mean? I thought it was like somebody he was just talking shit about, you know, because someone just drove off. Who cares type shit.
No, seriously, wait, you know, because I did mention I asked the girl and she didn't remember her. So that's how irrelevant she is when, you know, like someone that's that young of a singer and the girl doesn't even recall her either. So that's how, you know, not popular she is. Like even with the youngins nowadays. So maybe that's why.
So you're saying
You know,
she's trying
like,
to she's
any
is she trying
any
to,
press is good press type of
I was
thing.
about
Like,
to
oh,
s-
let me go throw a fit, and now people remember who I am. And like when they go Google me, oh, she was on The Voice. Now I remember who she is.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is
or basically she is she annoying aspiring? You know what I mean? The people who are just really trying to get out there that really shouldn't.
or she's taking, you know, page one for depending. Hey,
Oh,
do you
yeah.
know who my husband is?
Yeah, exactly.
Do you know who my
You
service
notice she
dog
said
is?
that too. She's been saying that already. My husband married you in the military. Oh, you're gonna be that private. You're gonna be that one at the gate yelling at a private for not saluting you.
And I was on The Voice too.
Anna was on The Voice. Oh, Anna was on The Voice. Oh yeah, so she's gonna be a tag chasing dependent. I don't know this chick. I'm just saying. But I'm gonna break balls about her needing a diabetes support animal because if you need a dog to adult, then like you said, it's a pet.
I can't check my blood sugar.
I can't check. Oh, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what's going on in life. I need to push away from the table. I need a service dog to tell me to stop eating before I eat the service dog. Or
don't eat the baby.
You don't eat exactly. So I mean, again, this is kind of it is annoying as fuck because I don't I don't. It really seems like people are faking it and crutching it to, like you said, getting their 15 minutes of fame or getting their attention for it. I really don't think it's, again, and people who say, well, you know, people who have diabetes have this specific thing when they get to the point of fucking passing the fuck out or getting to the point where that means they like are really fucked up. That's like somebody who's not taking their blood pressure medicine and is not taking it for like 3 weeks and then wonder why he has a fucking heart attack. You know what I mean? You're going to give him a support animal because he's just not fucking smart to take his fucking medicine? Fuck.
I mean, I have issues that if I don't take medicine for every day, oh my God, like, guess what I learned? Remember to take my medicine every day.
Yeah, exactly. I got fucking old man meds that I need to take too, and I fucking take them.
I mean, there was once upon a time, you know, it's like I used to have to take birth control every day. Guess what happened when I forgot to do it? I have a 13-year-old in another room now because I forgot to take that shit. I never forgot again.
Oh, man.
Shit, if I'd have had a service animal remind me, I probably wouldn't have a 13-year-old right
I was about to say, so what, would the dog would have just like got in front of you, would have bit the dude or something like that? You know what I mean?
You didn't take your pill.
Exactly.
You can't have sex tonight.
Yeah, exactly. The dog knows that you didn't take the fucking pill, and the dog knows that you're like about ready to give some woo woo woo. You know what I mean? Here comes the dog.
Your dog will bring a condom as backup.
Yeah, exactly. The dog's gonna fucking bring a condom in its mouth and drop it in front of you, and you're the person you had the kid with. You know what I mean?
Right.
I was about to say, "Roo."
Hey, that would be. Hey, I'm all for training those kind of service dogs. We'll have a lot less fucked up people in the world.
That immediately attack your vag if fucking your fucking self or your dick if you didn't. That's the kind of service dog I'm talking about. You want to have a service dog? I want a dog that attacks you for making it. You know what? How come service dogs only smell like weird shit, but they don't smell bad exes? You know, coming up. You know what I mean? Exactly. I don't know what happened,
no,
officer.
you will not go on a date with that guy.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know what happened, officer. My fucking King Shepherd jumped on this fucking chick and started mauling her face and said something about divorce. And I don't even know who she is. This is my first date. I'm on a blind date right now. My King Shepherd's freaking ripping her to shreds because he smelled something on her and his ears perked up and went, and then threw me the keys of the car and said, get in the fucking truck. Let's go. Yeah, Yeah, exactly.
Oh my god, that's what we need dogs for.
That's what we need dogs for. We need service dogs for that shit. Like you know, like my best friend said, fucking, you know, we'll have a whole van full of service fucking animals for the stupid shit that fucking people do in life, and post it on Facebook. I can't fucking believe that, man. But yeah, so again, I don't look again. Blind people who are like I know of individuals right now who have true, legit issues, like have gotten wounded and like were shot and are not really paralyzed, but really they got fucked up from it and need a service dog to help. Like they help them in the kitchen and shit. Like they have a house built for. Now I know a friend who got hit by an IED that could get one, but he's fighting through rehab and all that, but could get a service dog in that case when he was messed up. And again, I'm just blown the fuck away when hey, service dog and the flight attendant got mad, and my husband's joining the army. Oh, your life is about to change because the last thing you're gonna worry about is a goddamn service dog when your husband joins the military, Jody. Sorry. Did I say that? I had to go there. Sorry.
No, you're right. And I'm like, and I guess it's like not even like really just a point that, okay, yes, she may need one. Let's just give her the benefit of the doubt. Like, oh, let me just use like the 15 minutes of fame I had before to like throw a big damn fit and make a news story out of it. Because I think that's what it really boils down to. It's like, oh, look at me. The flight attendant is mean to me. Or, you know, the airline is mean to me and not letting me bring my dog for free. And I think that is what a lot of this is coming down to. It's like, I need to, you know, get my dog, you know, declared a service dog so I don't have to pay to fly them anywhere. Because that shit's expensive. And I can't even bring my fat ass fucker tank on the plane anymore or at all. But I think that's a lot of what it's coming down to is I don't want to pay to fly them.
Yeah, exactly. You're fucking... Sorry, service dog, you're staying home. I don't care about the fucking you saving me from another wife. You're staying home. Oh man. No, so anyway, so that was my big point. My whole point is that, you know, you're getting a service dog for no fucking. I shouldn't. Again, I sound like sound pretty fucking callous for talking about it, but I just like. I know people who really have diabetes. People who really have diabetes don't need a dog. They have diabetes. They check their blood and they eat the right stuff, and they got diabetes. That's it. That's it. Again, well, my dad had freaking. I mean, like I said, he had a little watch, he had a little timer, and that was it. He carried around his little freaking wallet and his little diabetes thingy, and then that was done. And then he had no risk. He had no worries with it, and there was no drama from it. And then so then after that, it didn't really seem like it was a big deal because my dad knew how to adult. And if you need a service dog for something that happens to you medically in a plane full of people in an area that has access to probably some first aid, what the fuck are you doing bringing a dog? That defeats the purpose of it. Then you don't need the dog. Is there a doctor on board? Somebody has the ability to fly you. Somebody has, let's put it this way. If there's a problem and there's a plane and you're in the air and you have an issue medically, the plane will land at the nearest airport and more likely will be able to skirt. I mean, think about this. You're flying to land somewhere as opposed to you going through traffic and all this other shit to land somewhere to get you treated to get off the fucking plane, and then the plane goes on its way. So why would you need a service dog? That's what blows me away about the whole service dog thing. Why do you need to take a service dog on a fucking on a plane? And exactly that, Casey. It ruins it for people who actually need one. You know, when I get old, I'll be all old and decrepit. I'm probably going to need a service dog to help me open doors and shit. And you know, help me fucking, you know, change the channel on my TV or, you know, whatever. Because it's going to happen. You're going to, you know, everyone who gets old or something like that happens to them or something like that, it's going to happen. You're going to need a service dog. That's what a service dog is for. Not because you're walking around with a teacup Yorkie going, flight attendant got mad because I got diabetes. Exactly that. With a diabetic service dog, by the time they alert you, you are already fucked up, meaning that you failed in the medical protocol to have gotten you to that point to where you needed the dog in the first place in a plane full of people with access to medical treatment in a fucking terminal that's got Leos, ambulances, and all this other shit. But you need a service dog. She got 6th place on The Voice or something like that? Is that what you're saying? Bingo, man. You know they want special attention.
I think she was runner-up. She was on Team Blake.
Yeah.
I did read that.
Okay, well, there you go, man. They just want special attention. A lot of people think, see, finally, the nation is agreeing with me. Hallelujah. Boom, from the beard from the South. Both of them. But that's what it is. It's not just me. They want special attention.
And honestly, a lot of the cases, I guess you can say, that I see, they want to be able to live where they want to too, because so many places don't allow pets, this, that, or whatever. So it's like, oh well, now they are my service dog, so you have to rent to me. I see that a lot too. And how many of said service dogs are not just your little teacups or whatever, but what they would consider restricted breeds or aggressive breeds, and it's a lot of property management companies won't allow them. And it's not so much that, oh, they won't allow them. It's because of insurance reasons. And I learned that when I was trying to rent my house out. So I had to go with a smaller company because I was not against people having pets in their house. It was with owner approval. And the way I had set it up, for people to rent my house with is like, I want to see vet records. Like, no, you're going to, just have some dog you just decided you were going to get. Like if they were, actual pet people and like they had their dogs for forever, I did. I let, like the first people that rented out my house, they had 2 Rottweilers, but they had these Rottweilers for years. Like these were their family pets. So, and I knew that these kind of people would have a hard time renting. So yeah, they didn't have to go like fake it and say they're their freaking service dogs to go like, rent a house. But I see a lot of people doing that.
Of course, Al would drop the cat on there. The cat shit. Service cats are like service fucking rats or service whatever. The fuck they gonna do?
Service honey badger.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Oh, that'd be badass. See? You got a fucking service honey badger, and I start going into some sort of physical distress, and it attacks a person that's next to him. So all you see is claws going.
That's what I need.
That's actually a good idea. Sir, you can't bring that honey badger on there. Oh my God, I feel distressed. It just jumps on your face.
Oh my God, my life would be so much better.
Exactly. Oh my God, I really didn't think about this. At the Service Animal Zoo, the WTF Nation Service Animal Zoo, we have honey badgers out. So that way, in the event you feel distressed when someone's being a fucking idiot, sorry, sir, but you can't park here. Oh my God, I feel distressed.
Our poor overworked service.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Fucking my fucking service honey badger would need another service honey badger to fucking, because I'd be losing my shit. You know what I mean?
You're gonna have to have a fire team.
Exactly. I'd go fucking nuts. I would go nuts. I'm sitting there, sir. I'll be at the DMV. Sir, you can't stand in line here with that animal. And then you turn around and it's got a little PT vest on. I'm sorry, it's a service animal. It's my service honey badger. Sir, you're gonna need to leave. I feel distressed. It just jumps on the fucking. It just goes in and just fucking attacks her face. And that gives you carte blanche excuse to fucking to say, I'm sorry, I got. See, then that would be the excuse. See, and like I said, I like to start fires, and that would be my own evil, devious way to say, oh, I have issues. I need a service honey badger. I didn't think about that.
DMV, that's when you got to call for backup. You're gonna have to call like the Honey Badger Association.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to call.
Like, I need a whole platoon today.
Exactly. Now all you guys can come with me.
Take out the entire.
Yeah, exactly.
Clear the room.
I think exactly. You're gonna fucking, you Red Lane, fucking Mink, Scott. Everyone's gonna have to go. Stop. We got a Honey Badger incident. Stat. Go to the DMV. And next thing you all show up with your honey badgers.
All go at once. Like, oh well, since you gotta go, we might as all go the same day because I'm sure we're all gonna get frustrated at the fucking DMV.
Yeah, exactly. Sir, I'm sorry. I might have to inspect your asshole. I'm distressed. Fuck yeah, TSA lines. Could you imagine? Don't touch that animal. Do you know what that animal is? Man, sir, I'm gonna need to see some ID. I fucking would love it. Having a fucking honey badger for a fucking service animal. Fuck yeah, dude.
I mean, why is that not a thing already?
I was about to say, dude, you have a fucking, or you get pulled over from the cops, and then you go, do you know why I pulled you over? And all of a sudden, the cop looks over in the passenger seat, and there's your honey badger buckled in a little honey badger seat. Okay. Oh no, just let you off with a warning, man. Slow down. You know what I mean?
Carry on. Be safe.
Exactly. Carry on, sir. Sorry, you need to be driving a little bit slower, Mr. Ice. And say hi to, hey, Ice Badger. Hi. Roll up your window, sir. Your fucking honey badger is scaring the fucking pedestrians trying to cross the street. Oh, man.
Like knees to chest.
He's like, get across the street. Motherfucker, you better move. Oh, fucking honey badger Moko is going to be pissed at you if you don't move the fuck out. Meet my new honey badger, Moko. Moko, I feel distressed.
Awesome name for my honey badger.
You gotta come up with a honey badger, man. My honey badger's name is Moko. So, all I gotta do is just say, hey, I'm distressed. I don't even know what a honey badger sounds like. I'm just making up the sound. I'm just thinking it would be a fucking. It would sound like.
You know what I'm gonna be googling later as we get off the show.
Well, no, hang on. I'm gonna Google it right fucking now. Wait, we initiate Google search for honey badger. Let's see what a honey badger sounds like.
What does the honey badger say?
I know. I might have to get it. Oh man, why do we think of this before? Oh man, this is badass. Hang on. Honey badger sound. Here we go. Oh, okay. Here we go. Sound. Let me see. And let's see if it sounds like. I said it goes. It sounds like that. Let me see if it sounds the same way.
It better not have no bitch squeak noise.
Yeah, exactly. So let me see. A honey badger who masters of Mayhem match. No, I just want to hear this. Oh, not. I don't want to hear the fucking. I don't want to see it. I want to hear it. Sound. There you go. Honey badger sound. Let me see what it sounds like. Let's see if I'm right. If I was close to the sound when I went. So, is that? Hang on, that's an ad. I can't play ads on here. Because we're not getting paid. How does Facebook do it?
I don't know. Maybe the honey badger was trying to make some side money.
Here it is, right here. Yeah, it sounds like it would. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. See, I was close. Yeah, see, I was fucking close.
Oh my God, you were. It's definitely not a little bitch squeak.
Yeah, exactly. Hang on. Hey, that's what I'm talking about. Fucking don't fuck with my honey badger. Your service honey badger. What's your service honey badger? This is Moko. What did you say?
I think I'm still gonna give it like the most adorable name ever, something like Fluffy or Glitter, just to throw people off.
Exactly. Oh man, love it, fucking love it, honey badger. Exactly. There we go. So, man. So exactly that. So okay, I'm kind of supportive of a service animal if it fucks you up because you're stupid. How about that? See what I'm saying? That is a true service animal. It recognizes me getting pissed off at you when you do something dumb. Excuse me, sir. You're gonna have to. Sir,
it definitely performs a service.
Yeah, exactly that. Better yet, when I go to the movies, I want to watch any new movie that comes. I want to watch the next Marvel universe movie, and the next thing you know, there's people in the movie theater. Hello. Now, what you doing? No, I'm just watching the Avengers and shit. What you doing? Exactly. Fuck yeah, dude.
Glitter fluffy pants would have been all over their shit before
Glitter
the
fluffy
second
pants.
ring came out.
Exactly. Did you all watch the movie Saw? No, what happened? Isis Honey Badger went off on somebody. Not to watch the fucking movie. You should have been in the theater. Oh, man. You got motherfuckers that are talking in the movie. You know, they're sitting there going, yeah, man. And then they're like, what the fuck is that? Oh man. Fuck yeah, dude. I'm all about honey badger service animals because it's almost like they're your projecting assholes. So if you're an asshole, it means like they're assholes already. So if you're a calm person and somebody's taking advantage of you or something like that, and say you got timid or something scared the fuck out of you, that you're no longer an approachable person, or you're no longer outspoken, you have your honey badger at the WTF Nation honey badger fucking service animal zoo. And you too can have one that looks like Moko.
Or Mrs. Glitter Fluffy Pants.
Yeah, exactly. Glitter Fluffy Pants. Exactly that. Oh man, that's gonna fucking be awesome. Matter of fact, I'm gonna make some memes. I'm gonna do some honey badger memes. Honey badger service memes.
Oh my god, I'm about to lose my shit.
Just thinking about that shit right now. I think I'm going to fucking it sounds like a vibrator in a gun case. Not that I know what that sounds like. Of course, Casey, you don't know what that sounds like. What does it? Never mind. So it bites my dick when I'm thinking about taking on wife 14. Not that close. Not to the 14 yet. Oh wait, not yet. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm trying to say. So, anyways, yeah. So going back to what I was saying. Yeah, honey badgers for everybody. Just fucking whatever. Because again, like you guys were saying earlier, the WTF Nation was saying earlier on the Facebook live chat. Fuck, you know what? I mean, God, I need to. Why don't you tell me? Is anybody checking out fucking Mixer? Let me see what's going on Mixer. My apologies, Mixer audience. Let's see.
Oh yes, there's been a couple that I've said, hey, thanks for joining.
Okay, cool. Yeah, well, appreciate you guys coming inside of Mixer. I'm looking at the chat right now, and thank you once again for checking out the Reaper TV followed. Thank you, Reaper TV. Who else we got? Who's it? Gunscrows. There you go. There you go. Is that how you say it? Gunscrows? So awesome. Yeah, so it's so thank you guys for listening to us in the Mixer chat. Of course, if you can listen to us on all types of platforms, as long as it's got a .com and a /, WTF Nation Radio will be there. Aside from the mothership of the website, WTFNationRadio.com, we got all our podcasts up and all that. Oh, speaking of which, did you hear our very own Minx? On the podcast, what was the name of the? It was Connecting Vets, CBS Radio. Mix was on CBS Radio. Did you hear that?
I have not got a chance to listen to it yet. I have the link. It's just but yes, I have the link. It's in my. I have like what do you call it? Like my podcast thing, like I have several that I listen to.
Mm-hmm.
Most of them are history nerd ones, but yes, that's in my podcast lineup now to listen to.
Okay,
I'm so excited.
Yeah, I heard it, and it is fucking hilarious. It's at connectingvets.com, and it's Vet Story, and basically what it is Connecting Vets. I guess I want to say we got a good relationship with them. I think we got a pretty good relationship with Connecting Vets. Matt Saint Singh, Jonathan Hanger have come on and shot the shit with us and discussed a lot of issues and all that on Sergeant's Time, on the Monday edition, on Tied Up Tuesday. I think they were on there too. And so they invited us to come on to just shoot the shit. So the Connecting Vets crew invited Minx to come on. And if you go to connectingvets.com and go to Vet Story and check out their podcast, you can hear our very own Minx, and they did a good fucking a little drum up there, and because it was on their they can't cuss like crazy. So if you go to Vet Story on connectingvets.com, you'll hear about her story, and I think it was posted today. Yeah, it was posted today, and they go through just like us. They have their own shows and all that stuff. So here's a little sneak peek of what they had, and it was fucking hilarious, man. I couldn't stop laughing. It was good shit. Kind of a surprise because they bleeped her shit out, which
This time on Vet Story. Sure, I mean, it's cool, like all you minks, right? Because I mean, that kind of sounds like I'm, at a bar hitting on you or something. Like, hey, minks, how you doing?
Hell yeah. I was actually in the MedCom Army, which is like the Army, but not really the Army.
You never knew where the next shot was coming from, and by shot, I mean like literally 3 ounces of booze.
So I'm firing a 50 cal, like a mounted 50 cal off of a Humvee, and the one dude is like, how the did you do this? And I'm like, oh, that's my cue to leave.
So anyways, that's her on connectingvets.com and go on to Vet Story and you can hear Minx. I think we're gonna see if we could try to put it on the fucking we should put it on our shit. There we go. There you go. Never mind. There you go. Bam. There. Let me pin a comment on there. And I'll leave it pinned up there so that way you guys could fucking no wait, there it goes. There it is. Bam. There we go. So now it's pinned, Connecting Vets. We'll leave that up there for you guys to listen. Even when the show is over, we'll leave the pinned up there so that way you guys can check it out as well. So our friends at connectingvets.com knows that we're sharing love, and it's a good show. It's not as long as our podcasts, I guess you would say. We don't have it was one of those things to where it was a 35-minute event or something like that. 37 minutes. So it's a good time to listen on all this other stuff, and it's pretty good. It's different to hear Minx getting interviewed, and because we're always putting people on the spot, and it's weird because we're getting put on the spot, if that makes any sense. And Connecting Vets does a really good job in setting up the show and all that. So it's really good. It's a really good time. I think you should check it out. I have a feeling that we're going to be a lot of the on-air staff and some of the support staff are going to be on Connecting Vets as well. Anyways, because we have that relationship. So thank you again, guys from Connecting Vets for getting our minks on there. And I just posted today, so you're gonna like it. It's pretty good. I thought it was a good show. But anyways, hey, real quick, I'm gonna go over some fucking real good house cleaning because we got a really good. Oh my God. Tomorrow, I am fangirling out. We have Eric Stolhansky, a.k.a. Rabbit from Super Troopers, coming on tomorrow on Friday Night Freedom. He's been on before, but I think nobody, I guess it was kind of like, I guess under the wire type of shit. It really didn't really seem like anybody was like, meh, you know what I mean? It was kind of like, oh, okay, yeah, whatever. But this time, due to the popularity of Super Troopers and Super Troopers 2 coming out on 4/20, now people got some interest. Now people are looking at us like, what did you say? You said Rabbit's coming on WTF Nation Radio? Yes, tomorrow. Tomorrow's show, Friday Night Freedom, coming on at 2000, and at 2100, Eric Stolhansky, who plays Rabbit, he might bring somebody else on the show too. We'll be coming on to talk about Super Troopers 2. Super Troopers 2 is, of course, a movie about a border dispute between USA and Canada, and the Super Troopers are tasked to establish a highway patrol station in the disputed area, which I think is badass. The movie, I guarantee you guys right now, for some of the references that we did last, if you guys didn't tune into the last time Eric was on, it was a Super Troopers reference like crazy. If you didn't follow Super Troopers, then you were not gonna get some of the one-liners and everything that everybody was saying on air to him. And so more than likely, watch Super Troopers tonight or tomorrow before you fucking watch it, or catch up on it, or get it, before he comes on, and check it out. Because, or if you've not seen Super Troopers, then you're why have you not seen Super Troopers? They're also the makers. Broken Lizard also makes the movie Beer Fest. If it's the same kind of guys. If you guys recognize, that's the guys from Super Troopers. Well, then fucking watch Super Troopers, and then you'll understand what's going on for Super Troopers 2 when they start dropping all the comments and one-liners. So I can't wait for that shit. So Eric Stolhansky tomorrow at 2100. Obviously, Friday Night Freedom starts at 2000. And then on next Tuesday, we're going to have Tori Willardson from Dogs to Dog Tags. 20 years of experience of civilian and military training experience for dogs and dog handlers. He's helped many of his handlers adopt their dogs. Tori's broad knowledge and deep understanding of how canines also can help with stress, guides this organization and promises help to at-risk veterans recovering for PTSD. This dog, at Dogs to Dog Tags, their goal is to pair a service dog in need of a home with a veteran in the need of unconditional love and support, because everybody knows dogs rule and cats are nothing but gator bait. Because we all know that a veteran battles are not always over when he or she returns home from service or from a deployed area, and that a dedicated service dog provider at no cost can be one of the most simplest and effective ways in which we all can stand by these brave men and women. Now, these are military working dogs, handlers, so they get some additional training and stuff like that, so that way they become what? Service dogs. So, but not, if that makes any sense. Not like honey badger service animal, but I'm talking about like they can spit bombs out and shit. And so it's pretty badass. And then of course, Dom's coming back. Oh, cool. That's awesome. Dom from the Guardians of the Green Beret. Okay, you know, you were talking about stolen valor and shit. Well, Dom and the gang from the Guardians of the Green Beret are the same way. You ever see some? You've seen them all the time. Guys that always talk about, yeah, I'm special ops and I do this, and I was in 10th group, SF group, and I'm a group this, and I was at Campbell's Delta Sniper, SEAL Team Ranger, and I was in Special Force. I went to selection and I went to Fort Bragg and did all this stuff back in 1978. But you're only fucking 20, so how could you beat? You know what I mean? So these guys research the posers that go out and are stealing a Green Beret valor. It's even worse when someone has stolen valor, but what's even more worse is when they're claiming something of they're part of the elite when they're not. And so Dom and the gang, they go out and research through their own methods, through their network, to out these guys, to let everybody know, because some of these guys are legit defrauding the public on services for veterans in some of these veterans charities by saying they were Green Berets. So if you go to guardiansofthegreenberet.com or go to their Facebook page / Guardians of the Green Beret, you can check them out, and also Guardians of GB on Twitter. You're able to see all the stuff that they got, all the posers that they have. They have the heroes section and the zeros section. So at the same time, it's not like other pages where they just strictly out everybody who's a shitbag. These guys actually were like, hey, look, this is a fucking shitbag. This is this. Now let me show you a real special operations or special forces hero. So again, hats off to those guys at Dom and the gang. And they came on here before to talk about what they've done, and now they're going to come on to do their, I guess you would say, their poser update, which I think is awesome, because nobody likes somebody who likes to talk a lot of shit about what they've not done, and then find out that they're totally fucking full of shit. And that's when my service animal Moko gets the ass and goes and goes ape shit. So again, Guardians of the Green Beret. Don't forget, we got a show every night. Now, you guys notice there's some shows being rearranged and coming back and changing some stuff. We are all holding up together to in the shop to kind of like come out with different things for you, the WTF Nation, to give you guys a better listening / tangible experience with swag, products, stuff, events coming up, and all that. In the future, you're going to see more of out events. Now, next weekend, is there something going on next weekend, Spanx? Aren't you doing something,
yes.
Spanky? What are you doing, Spanky, next weekend?
Oh, is it next weekend? Gosh, you got all my dates mixed up. Oh, that is coming up quick. But there are several of the staff. Jay Reddy is heading it up. We are going out with Greg and RIP, and I believe it's called ghost hunting.
Oh, you guys are ghost hunting?
Out in the middle of nowhere in some crazy small town in Texas, Yorkville. And I am going along for the ride right now, and I'm doing some backup and, like helping out with logistics because, I'm a little skeptic on this, but this might change my mind. I guess we will see. Greg's been a guest on our show before.
Yes, he has.
And I've seen some of his videos. I'm like, But, maybe me seeing this in person, I might be a believer after this. So we will see. But the nation will get to see some of the videos and stuff after the fact. I don't know if we'll be able to Facebook Live any of it. We'll see.
Well, that's because you guys are going to be Facebook Living in an area that could possibly have low reception. And so
ghosts like jamming the signal.
Or yeah. See, I want to see that shit. I want to see, I want to see Jay Reddy walking through a hallway and he's looking around going, all right, I'm trying to find some of this shit. And oh crap, and the next thing you know, the fucking screen goes all scrambled, and then Minx is going, oh my god, and then you fuckers are going, and you're running. I want to see some shit like that.
I don't know if you see me running.
No,
there's some shit.
No, I mean,
There's some shit.
I want to. No, you're carrying the M4, fucking blasting at whatever is coming at them. You know what I mean? That's what I want to see. I want you to see laying some suppressive fire. You know, I want to hear it, but I want to see that shit. I want to see like over the shoulder, fucking Jay Reddy's filming some stuff. You know, I want to see that shit. I want to see, you know, just like you see on fucking TV. You see those guys, and see the thing is with those guys on TV, they're like melodramatic and shit. They're like really. They're like, did you hear that? Did you hear that? And you're like, motherfucker, you know, did you really hear that? Did you really hear something, or are you just fucking with me? You know what I mean? I hate shit like that. And then everyone's like, did you hear that? Oh, did you hear that? All those ghost fucking hunting shit. I want to see like legit. And if there's anybody that could be more genuine on expressing what the fuck is scary or something like that, would be you, Jay Reddy, and Fallon. You and Minx would be able to fucking just light it up. You were,
and especially like me, because I'm pretty skeptical. I'm not a real big believer, and you know, I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, yeah, unless I can see it, I don't believe in it.
That's
so
what I'm saying.
We'll see.
Exactly. You guys will be there providing fucking genuine shit. And I know you guys, if it's going to phase you or not phase you or something like that, it would be, I could tell. Because I hate that shit. I'm watching the Paranormal Hunters. And tonight the Paranormal Hunters are going to go in. And there's a chick just all nice and calm, all kind of done up. And then we're going to do this, and then we're going to do that. And then they got that guy walking around. Well, today we did an EVP screening, and then we did this, and through the voice box, we were able to triangulate through the Connect and have all these lasers coming up. Did you hear that? Did you hear that? I'm like, oh, fuck, what? No, I didn't hear that. No, I didn't see shit. And then they got a fucking sound that sounds like my honey badger, you know, and fucking. And they're like,
shit. I need a honey badger for this trip.
You need a honey badger. You take your service badger. It's fucking bullshit. But no, I'm just saying. It just I'm excited because guys at RIP, you know, and you guys will be able to do it. So this is gonna be one of the many events that is what I'm talking about. Nation is we're talking about WTF Nation Radio going out to do some shit like this, to collect footage, to collect webisodes for you guys to enjoy while we're not broadcasting and while we're not on air shooting the shit, screaming about Mark Zuckerberg and fucking Tide Pods and clear backpacks. Then you guys in the off time could watch a webisode or watch an event, and that's the plan. The plan is to develop webisodes for you guys, so that way you guys can check it out, and then that way be entertained. And that way you get to see some of the staff rolling around, you know, out, and there you'll see the staff in the natural habitat moving around, fucking. I just want to see Jay Reddy, fucking, you know, because you know, skeptics are. I mean, there's nothing wrong being a skeptic. I'm a skeptic on a lot of shit too, but I believe some of that shit. You know what I mean? So if someone says, you know, fucking, Ice, did you hear that? Contact left. Don't take me. I'll fucking throw 9 bangers and a fucking shotgun. I'll start blasting shit and like ruin the moment or scare them away or do something that's gonna fuck up the ectoplasmic readings of whatever ghost speak they're gonna be talking about. So I would just rather just kind of like, you know, be like in a control vehicle or something like that. And if I could, I'd join you. I would be out there in the van chilling, watching on a laptop. I'd be just sitting there going, yep, there they go inside. And, you know, Jay Reddy going, oh, man, did you hear that? And the next thing you know, again, you can't touch the South. You know, I can't wait. I'm excited. I'm pumped because we're going to get out there and you guys, the WTF Nation, are going to see us. You might see us as well. You might see one of the staff out there fucking and hanging out and bullshitting. And then you might see him at a local restaurant or something like that. So I want to give you guys a good experience in WTF Nation. We want to expand our footprint. Because in case you hadn't noticed by all the ranting and shit talking that I was doing about Zuckerberg, I think Facebook needs a time to go ahead and fucking close it up. You know what I'm saying? You want to fucking sit there and talk shit about something everybody's on fucking Facebook, then don't worry about it because there'll be another platform or something like that. But anyways, so for that shit, I think I covered everything, right? We got everything going on with all we talked about. We did some house cleaning, all that. That's all we got for the guests, and some other stuff happening later. Again, you'll be posted on whatever. So don't forget tomorrow, Eric Stolhansky, to mañana, and it'll be freaking awesome that he comes onto the show and shoot the shit again. I'm so excited about Super Jurors 2. I'm so excited. We appreciate it, U.S. Army WTF Moments. You guys on the main page throwing the adverts out there for us. Always appreciated. So, anyways, if you guys don't have anything for me, I'm gonna close it up. Shit, it's formication ending. The horseshoe is over, and it's time to fucking fall out. So, you got anything for me, Spanx? Hey, thanks for hanging out and shooting the shit with me, man.
Oh, anytime. I'm just, shots and sweet dreams and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Shots, sweet dreams are made of. Anyways, again, thank you all for coming on. Thank you all for shooting the shit. And then, see y'all later. See you. Ciao. Fuck, what am I supposed to be doing here?
Take this photograph, tell me what it is you see when you look at me. Deep into the photography, I don't really need your sympathy, just tell me your thoughts. Have I got what they got, and is it a plot done for naught? Am I not like you, because I do what I do? Who knew that I could lose a few of you, cause I bleed blue? But it's true, I know, cause I see it every day as I work and I sleep the day away. Like you I have pain, and like you I have fear. Can I pay all of the bills and still make it through the year? Will I make it home alive? Should I pray to the sky every day and every night? Will I hold you by my side? But in the public eye, I don't even have a heart. A robot of the system moving only when I'm told to start. Rip apart my art, I'm strong like a flower blooming. You got it all wrong, I know I'm breathe, I breathe. And like you see, I see. And like you need, I need. And like you bleed, I bleed. Don't treat me like an object, I'm tested and proven. Mind, heart, and soul, I'll always be a human. Like you breathe, I breathe. And like you see, I see. And like you need, I need. And like you bleed, I bleed. Don't treat me like an object, I'm tested and proven. Mind, heart, and soul, I'll always be a human.
Call me a vet like a soldier. Green beret, 21 gun salute, don't wanna see the day. In a constant war zone, in the home of the brave, where they hate the police until they saving the day. I got kids like you, a mortgage like you, so blue lives matter, and so does yours too. All this separation and divide, open your eyes. If you cut us all open, we the same inside. The only difference is I run to the gunfight. Your peace when it's chaos, when the people don't act right. But I'm under scrutiny for trying to protect me. You pull a pistol and I'm shooting for trying to contest me. I got a quick second to make a deadly decision. The media betrayed me like a kid for a living, like I'm cold with no heart, a brain with no thoughts, a body with no feeling, a life with no cause.
Like you breathe, I breathe. And like you see, I see. And like you need, I need. And like you bleed, I bleed. Don't treat me like an object, I'm tested and proven. Mind, heart, and soul, I'll always be a human. Like you breathe, I breathe. And like you see, I see. And like you need, I need. And like you bleed, I bleed. Don't treat me like an object, I'm tested and proven. Mind, heart, and soul, I'll always be a human. I'm damned if I do, and damned if I don't. It's like every single time I say what's on my mind, they go for my throat, they spew evil words. If you are absurd, always grinding, grinning, and killing my soul with these verbs. Hold me down, like I can't gasp for air. I'm closed inside of a box, like I'm inside Fort Knox. Every time that I'm there, I don't know why they think that I'm different from you. All that's true is I'm a like human. You breathe, I breathe. And like you see, I see. And like you need, I need. And like you bleed, I bleed. Don't treat me like an object, I'm tested and proven. Mind, heart, and soul, I'll always be a human. Like you breathe, I breathe. And like you see, I see. And like you need, I need. And like you bleed, I bleed. Don't treat me like an object, I'm tested and proven. Mind, heart, and soul, I'll always be a human. Like you breathe, I breathe. And like you see, I see. And like you need, I need. And like you bleed, I bleed. Don't treat me like an object, I'm tested and proven. Mind, heart, and soul, I'll always be a human. Like you breathe, I breathe. And like you see, I see. And like you need, I need. And like you bleed, I bleed. Don't treat me like an object, I'm tested and proven. Mind, heart, and soul, I'll always be a human.
The voice of U.S. Army, WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
Because a vision softly creeping left its seeds while I was sleeping, and the vision still remain within the sound of silence. In restless dreams I walked alone, narrow streets of cobblestone, with the halo of a street lamp. I turn my collar to the cold and damp, and my eyes are staring by the flash of a neon light that split the night and touched the sound of silence. And in the naked light I saw 10,000 people, maybe more. People talking without speaking. People hearing without listening. People writing songs and voices never shared, and no one dared disturb the sound of silence. Fool said you do not know. Silence like a cancer grows. Hear my words that I might teach you. Hang my arms that I might reach you. But my words, like silent raindrops fell, and echoed in the wells of silence. And the people bowed and prayed to the neon god they made. In the sign lashed out his warning, and the words that it was forming. In the sign several words on the prophets are written on the subway walls, in tenement halls, and whispered in the sound. Of silence.
The voice of U.S. Army, WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
Everything stated on WTF Nation Radio is to be considered the opinion of the person that stated it, and not an official representation of WTF Nation Radio or U.S. Army WTF Moments.
Price does not include tax.